Yo, what's happening, everybody? We back. Another great day. Another day in the cloth. If you hear this episode 4, me and my man Smashes, we in here. Of course, you know your man Cap gonna be joining in a little bit. We're gonna get into the business. I first and foremost want to say, if you haven't done it already, if you're not on the wave, like, subscribe, share, get everybody on. Cloth Talk is what we do. It's what we specialize in. And we here to talk our shit, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna give myself some gunshots because I can do that, damn it. One more time. Bam. Smashes, how you feeling today, bro?
I'm good, bro. It's Sunday, day before the work week.
Right.
I'm good, man. I'm good. Blessed, man. Blessed.
Hey, that's the only way you can be, man, is blessed. I'm gonna tell you what though.
Shout out to Bombay.
It's been an interesting week. Hey, cups up, man. It's been an interesting week. Playoffs still going on. People still going home. And for those who know me and who I like, you know why I'm excited. They getting things done. It's not gonna happen like they thought it would. They are who we thought they were. You know who I'm talking about, Keys.
Man.
I don't hold no secrets here. I'm talking about, Milwaukee. They tied it up. The series. I mean, are they gonna make it out? I don't think so. It's not my foresight that they gonna make it out in my mind.
I don't want to get into it without Cap, but I'm gonna go ahead and we can go back to it with Cap. I mean,
we absolutely can.
Kyrie Irving going down was a big thing. Harden's still out. He's gonna try to come back. I know it. He's gonna pull an AD and try. But can KD win the next two that they need without them two?
I want to talk about it.
Because for me, being a Laker fan, right? AD went down, and everybody was like, well, LeBron needs the da-da-da-da-da. Okay, cool. I get it. Fine. Right. He's the GOAT.
I think it's circumstantial. But
hold on. But now everybody, from what I seen on Facebook, Twitter, and all the other social media sites is KD, can KD do it? Is he going to, I feel like if he can't and they lose, I don't want to hear injuries. I don't want to hear anything about injuries because when we were talking about injuries, everybody was like, oh, that's still the GOAT.
Let me help you out. When y'all were talking about injuries, the first thing y'all heard was bullshit.
So when we hear that from the Nets, I should be also hearing bullshit.
Hey, man, I got you, dog. Ugly laugh, the whole nine. I agree. You already know, I respect KD for what he adds to the game. With that being said, just based off of the history of his moves, that's all that I'm going to base this off of. I don't see him being one that can hold a team on his own. And the reason I say that is because I feel like if that was the case,
right,
you would have seen more coming out of OKC when he had Harden there, in addition to Russell Westbrook, who some would argue is a better addition in a trio than Kyrie Irving. Now, I'm on that side as well. Now, for whatever reason they couldn't work together, there's just a lot of opinions. Everybody's going to have their own sentiments towards that. Regardless, though, I still don't foresee. I don't foresee the Milwaukee Bucks overcoming what I feel like is going to take place in Brooklyn. And you know what? Every time I bet on somebody, they lose. So this is probably the time to put your money on Milwaukee. But
I ain't gonna say that. I'm gonna say I want to see how the Kyrie injury plays out, how much longer Harden's gonna be out. But I feel like if Harden can't come back in the next 2 games, if Kyrie is at least out one of those 2,
right?
Man, it might go 7. It honestly might go 7. It might not end as early I think
I don't think it's going to end early. I think it'll be extended, but I think if it goes to 7, which I believe it will, it'll go to the Nets because that gives them time to not only game plan and prepare. But let's say if Harden doesn't play this next game, because technically he doesn't have to. It's very recommended he does if he can. But if he can't, is he coming back for the next game? Absolutely. If they're talking about him possibly coming back now, why wouldn't he definitely come back on a make or break game? And I feel like him and KD are enough to overcome Milwaukee, especially if they can spread the floor, unlike we were able to do when we were playing Milwaukee and got eliminated in the first round. So I think that there's still opportunity because there's still very much talent. They still got Blake, right?
He's there. He's somewhere. He's there.
I mean, he yammed on somebody in the series, so he's been awake. He's been awoken, but he's very much drowsy. But I mean, in moments like these, how much can he shine when you have all these superstars on one team? I don't think that he could. I think you have to game plan around who you know is going to drive the game and who you know is going to put you in a position for success. And I don't think that they had an opportunity to include Blake Griffin like he was able to be included when he was with a team like the Clippers, because they have other stars that can pick up that weight. He is he's an asset to what everybody else brings to the team, but he's by no means the driving force behind the team. Now, can he become that? I believe so. And with that being said, that means KD isn't completely by himself, which means that they're not going to have all eyes on KD, and they can still spread the floor like they need to.
I'm going to be honest, though. I like the Nets team with KD and without Kyrie and Harden more than I like my Lakers with LeBron and what we had. Because if you think about it, with the Nets, he still got Gerald Green.
Okay.
He still has Joe Harris, who is arguably one of the best spot-up knockdown shooters in the league. He still has Blake Griffin. He still has DeAndre Jordan. Like, you still have pieces that are way better than what we had.
As we call them in the NFL, you have weapons.
So,
and they're
able
to be used.
But when you take the players he has, right, and you match them up against what Milwaukee has, I don't know, man. I almost feel like Milwaukee might have something better, yo.
So it only looks that way because you got to think about it. It only looks that way because the machine's been running that way the whole time. They haven't had to adjust. So that is their strength. But let me ask you this. When you have a game plan and you're used to playing a team one way, it's been throughout the series. Yeah, Kyrie got a little scary ankle injury, but to me, the Nets are still a threat without Kyrie, right?
Right.
If Harden and KD are out there, and you still got Blake, it's still a strong three. And I think that, like I said, Milwaukee is used to playing the Nets how they've been playing the Nets. I don't think they're ready to play the Nets how the Nets have to adjust. They didn't invest this much money into a team for them not to be able to adjust when things go wrong. I feel like every team should have a contingency plan. And I feel like at this point, now we are going to find out who really prepared for the playoffs. Because preparing for the playoffs isn't just your starters or your bench. It's how deep can you go into your bench when you need them? It's the whole reason why I feel like Miami went on the run that they did last year. We had not only a great starting team, but we had people coming off the bench. To add to that sentiment, when Dragic was out, we still performed. You know what I'm saying? So to me, it's really a matter of who prepared for this. Because if you prepare better than Milwaukee, they can come out there with the same guys and you can make them look foolish. Real foolish. But, you know, it's a hit or miss for me. I think it's going to be interesting. I'm really interested to see what my man Cap say when he get in here about that. But in other news, just to get back to some other sports topics here. You on mute, bro? I can't hear you. Let me see. I can see you talking, but I couldn't hear you. Say something. Nah, you still muted. Hold on. It's not me. You unmuted on my end. Nah, it's still mute. Hold up. Smashes is getting himself together right quick. Let me see. It's still got you off. All right. While he getting himself together right quick, he's gonna jump back in. I'm gonna just give a few words on something that's interesting that we have seen pop up, and that would be this video that's came out. I'm not sure. We back with Smashes. I'm glad that you're here. I can hear you now.
Okay.
But this is this video that came out today. And in this video, we're trying to decide who it is.
Right.
I've seen a former first-round pick from the Jets,
And
I've seen Zion Williams.
Right.
But I also saw two niggas get knocked on their ass.
Hey, bro. Hold on. Before we get into that, we do have 5 viewers right now, just 5. Hey, man, I appreciate each and every one of you.
Hey,
please leave a
what's for
comment.
y'all?
Please leave a comment and let us know that you're here, so that way, you know, we can shout you out. Definitely any topic that we're talking on, please chime in. Don't just listen, but hey, man, we want to hear your words. And
Absolutely.
It ain't just about us; it's about you guys too. So,
100%.
Definitely. So we appreciate you guys that are watching, that are tuned in. Share the link to your friends. Get your friends in. We're trying to grow and be bigger than what we are. Where we are. But about this video, man. Hey, so we were talking about it before we went live, and I thought it was, and I think it was Zion. Just because of the movements and the way, even the walking, because Zion got that weird walk, like that robotic kind of walk. And even the person in that video, the way they were moving, it was kind of Zionist.
I'll put it this way. I can see where the comparisons are made, because Zion walks like he chops wood for fun with his hands. But it was a dark video. My only question is, why would Zion be in that position?
And that was mine. That was also mine, because it was like,
to me, he's too valuable, and it looked like he was by himself. I saw people trying to hold him back, but that didn't look like nobody that was in his crew. It looked like bystanders trying to come in and regulate. But when are people gonna learn that these are real athletes, man? While y'all sit at home and watch these people on TV, these motherfuckers are in the gym. They're bench pressing, they're doing curls, push-ups, they're doing everything known to man to make themselves better and stronger. And they're gonna beef with an athlete of that size, even if it's not Zion. For you to be mistaken as Zion, that's a huge bitch. I'm sorry. That's a big motherfucker.
Yeah, that nigga's not small, bro. He's not small at all. So
and as far as them hooks,
it looks like don't last two knockouts. Still good now. Don't last two knockouts, bro. Like, he really laid whoever it was laid them niggas the fuck out.
Yo,
I don't know. It looked, again, to me, it looked like Zion. The movements to me were more Zion-esque. I mean, they said it was also, it could have, I know you said the when you first got the video, it was saying former first round pick of the Jets, but it didn't have a name, right?
Yeah, and they did have a name, but I couldn't. It was like the biggest bust of the Jets. Let me see if I can find the name real quick.
Oh wow.
Yeah, that's what made me draw attention to it, because it was like, dog, not only was he a former first round pick, but y'all saying he's the biggest bust?
Oh, that's cool.
Jets first round. I'm gonna see if I can find the name of dude.
It was like was it a weird name or something?
Bro, I'm not a Jets fan. As far as I'm concerned, I don't even know why the Jets play football, because they've never beat the Philadelphia Eagles, not once in their career. Sorry, so I don't really know who plays for those guys. I think
Shout out to all my Eagles fans tuned in right now. I don't know if any of you are
100%. Hey, it's the Green Gang right here. So you know what I'm saying? We over here to talk shit. It's Gang Green time. Till my man Cap pops in with that Giants bullshit. Hopefully that makes him get on here quicker. You know, we're gonna sit here and pop our shit. I had to throw that out there one more time because you know we were talking about the Jets. You know that high school team that plays in the NFL. Hold on, give me 1 second. What is the dude's name? That's disrespectful. Somebody put Sam Darnold down as a bus.
Oh wow! I don't think so. I'm gonna tell you. All right, so we can switch to. We're just kind of bouncing around real quick, right?
I mean, it's a free show today, man. We kind of going off of what's out there. You know what I mean?
Sam Darnold is gonna be a bust.
I don't think he's gonna be a bust
until we see what he does with Carolina.
I think the Jets.
Until we see.
I'm sorry. I really wish Cap was on here so he can go on a Joe Namath rant. But, wait! I spoke him up. Yes. As I bring up the Jets, he's in the building. My guy is Bike. As he said, as a matter of fact, I apologize. Let me give you some introduction. Here we go. My guy is in here. Okay, he done wipe the hate off the screen. He's ready. Clear vision.
Salutations. Gratitude.
I see it. Hey. So look, we talking about Sam Darnold, right? First off, how we got here. I know you saw the video of that fight. We don't know if it. We're trying to figure out if the one that's been labeled Zion.
It's in the chat.
But I heard that it was a former first-round pick from the Jets.
Okay.
When did I send it?
Now,
Former
you put it. You threw it in the. You threw it in the chat.
Okay.
He'll be back. It's all good. But with Sam Darnold, I feel like he was a victim of the system. And what I mean by that is, who has success in New York with the Jets? So, as far as I'm concerned,
let's even go back further than that, right? As much as I love my team. I'm
back. I didn't see anything as far as the link, but there's an altercation that took place. You say? Oh, never mind.
Oh,
you see it?
He's watching it now. Okay. If you look at his face, it will slightly change as the blows land.
No, I don't see. I don't see. Can I have the? Who has the link keys? You have the link?
Yeah, it's in.
I got you. I'm gonna send it to you now.
Okay. Oh, whoa! Wait a minute.
Hey, there it goes.
I'm about to say you gotta scroll up.
Wait a minute.
Not too far. It's like the second link I put in there.
Did Brickashaw Ferguson?
Okay, so that's who. You know what? That makes sense if it is the Brickashaw Ferguson.
It's a murder.
Was he a bust?
That's a murder. Whoever it is, that's a murder. But that's not Zion Williamson. That's not Zion at all.
I don't think it's Zion either.
Because how the guy's mannerism is, Zion's are definitely a little more stockier in his movement. This guy kind of, I don't think that's Zion.
I'm gonna be honest. Rumor has it it's the Grim Reaper. I think them niggas dead. But
that was a murder. Whoever that was. In the words of my man Chris Smooth, YouTube legend, it's a murder. That was a murder.
I'm gonna tell you what. I love y'all, but if we was out at a club and y'all stepped up to a nigga that size and he started throwing hands and y'all looked at me to help, the first thing I'm gonna do is give you the eyes that say, "Bullshit." You got into this on your own, buddy.
Correct. I mean, the person who caught these blows, he got exactly what he was looking for. And excuse my son keep coming in the background, not realizing this is a live telecast.
Hey, man. Be in here. Hey, look. Respect to the young Claw candidates. We in the building.
He pays no rent here. Yet he's impeding on my podcast. But it's okay.
Hey, as far as no rent,
hey,
that's all I'm gonna say. Solomon won't say. But what would you say? No smashes.
I forgot what I was saying.
We was talking about the Jets, Sam Darnold. I was saying I don't think he's a bust. He's a victim of the system.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I was saying, as much as I'm a USC Trojan fan, I'm a fanatic. That is my team. That's my football team. But how many outside of Carson Palmer, Matt Leinart, maybe. Outside of Carson Palmer, no quarterback has had success. I mean, you can say butt fumble was.
Stop. Cut it out.
I mean, he's
Cut
had.
it out.
He's had.
Matter of fact, I apologize.
No. Honestly, since Matt Leinart, though, he's had the most longevity in the league. He's still in the league.
Where?
I believe he's either with Denver or with Dallas. He's a bad.
I'm looking this up. I refuse.
But he's
Cap
still
don't got a job, and this nigga still out here fucking shit up with a Beijing beard.
He's never not had a job, though. Think about it.
Not a Beijing beard. Not a Beijing beard.
He's at least been a second or third string quarterback. He was with us. He was with Denver. He was with Dallas.
You talking about Sanchez?
Yeah, Mark Sanchez.
He retired.
Yeah, he's talking about Dirty Sanchez. I know he's retired.
Hold the phone here. Hold the phone. Let's give him a little bit of flowers now. Let's give him a little bit of flowers, and I'm gonna say this:
he's now a studio analyst.
He won 4 road games in the playoffs. Not too many people could have done that. He won 4 road games.
His Wikipedia does say former.
4-2 on the road in the playoffs. I think that's a little impressive.
I'm sorry, my mouth is a bit dry here because I'm trying to find the words.
4.
There we go. So look, let me tell you something. 4 games is fine. That's cool. Fuck 4 games.
All on the road.
I mean, but what does that mean? What does that really mean?
Nick Foles also won 4 games on the road.
Nick Foles also won a Super Bowl, and wait, Nick Foles also had his cleats and his jersey inducted.
Both of them beat Tom Brady in the playoffs.
Hold on. No, wait. No. Don't you give that misconception, Cap. Don't you do that. Now I gotta stand on my soapbox.
What are you talking about?
Now I gotta stand on my soapbox because you're not about to sit here and make a road game equivalent to the Super Bowl when you are a backup quarterback coming into the game with all odds against you, and you're coming in there with everybody saying you lost to them last time, you don't have a ring. No, I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear it.
Hold on. Let's get context. Let's get context of Mark Sanchez's win. We're going to get context. 4 weeks before that game that they won, the Jets lost on Monday night, 45-3. Let's get context there. It wasn't like it was some poo-poo game.
Time out. So you're saying that you should say that he should get credit because a week ago the Jets were being normal, being the Jets, and then one day they go out here and do something abnormal. Maybe Tom Brady had a ball cramp. I don't know. But this man couldn't go out there and get the job.
No, Mark Scott was on that ass. That's what happened. Mark Scott was on that ass.
I got you. I apologize. That was, you know what? I slipped. I apologize. Cap got me frustrated. My the disrespect went a little bit off the handle. The whole point is, they could have lost. They could have lost that, right? What are Tom Brady's Super Bowl winning percentages? Let's really break that down. Versus the Eagles' Super Bowl winning percentages.
He's only lost 2.
You know how many we've lost? Doesn't matter because before that we hadn't won any. That's the point.
We're 1-1 actually.
1-2, but I'm not saying anything.
Dick went
to the Super Bowl in '81, so
he did. But I mean,
okay.
You said that a little too happy, Cap. Calm that down. Calm that shit down.
I mean, 4-1 in the Super Bowl is a beautiful thing. I mean, last time that checked,
I will say
that's 800. That's .800.
There's only 2 teams that have beat the Patriots in the Super Bowl, and our teams.
Hey. The NFC
3 boxes are all 3 Patriots losses to the NFC East. You better believe.
Sorry, when y'all talk about the NFC East, put some respect on our name, damn it. Because as far as I'm concerned,
It was good then, and it's sure in hell still good now.
absolutely.
Gang, bear with me one moment. I can still hear you guys. Bear with me, guys, okay?
All good. While you're doing that, I'm gonna do this. Because it's all love.
All of. But
It's all love.
but like I was saying, not too many USC quarterbacks have panned out well in the league. So I have high hopes for Sam Darnold,
Mm-hmm.
but I just have high hopes. I'm hoping he breaks the curse.
He's in Carolina right now, right?
Yeah, he's gonna be the starter.
I put it this way. I believe that they're gonna make him work. Not saying that he's gonna be the next Peyton Manning or anything like that. I believe that at this point, Carolina's accepting that they're in the rebuild. I believe that when teams do that versus trying to be in denial, they can make great moves, and they make moves that make sense. An example of that, Tennessee Titans. And I say that because I look at Sam Darnold like a possible next. Who's my guy? Tannehill. He's possibly going to be another Tannehill. And the reason why I say possibly is because even though the Jets suck, we can't say that Sam Darnold didn't have good showings.
Absolutely.
With a terrible offensive line, with Le'Veon Bell quitting on the team, he was still able to show that he had potential. And I think that a team that can recognize that potential and build around it puts themselves in a good position to be successful. They may not be a top 5 NFL team, but I definitely believe that they will be competitive amongst everybody else, especially when you have a mass of teams who feel comfortable with their quarterback.
To me, they're going to be last in the NFC South, though. Because, I mean, think about what the NFC South has. They still, even with the Sam Darnold addition, I still don't think they got better in the NFC South.
Here's my thing. I agree that they got better.
And that's even with Atlanta losing Julio.
Because they got Kyle Pitts and Calvin Ridley.
Yeah,
so I think you really didn't lose a lot.
Yeah, Atlanta's still the number 3, in my opinion, the number 3 team in the NFC South. Carolina's 4, to me.
But Atlanta didn't fix the problem. The problem is defense. And so you don't fix the problem, then I think they're going to finish 4th. Carolina wasn't bad in my eyes. I'll say that much. I think Sam Darnold makes them better than Teddy Bridgewater would have.
Hey, hold on 1 second. My man Heinz Supply, I see you in here giving us some love. This is for you right here, dog. We appreciate you joining in.
Yeah, whatever.
We have, we got support down here, man. You know what I'm saying? Check at the bottom of the screen. You know what I'm saying? We in the comments. I'm sorry. I just got to go ahead and show love. I appreciate you showing up. Hopefully you're an Eagles fan. If not, it's all good. One thing we're not, that's what we're not. We'll give love to everybody. Except if you're like the Cowboys or unfortunately the Giants or like
Washington Cowboys can't come through if you're a Cowboys fan.
Shout out to the brand,
actually,
man.
If you're a Cowboys fan, come on and join the pod, man. We want to talk shit with you.
Yeah, man.
But I will say
that's home team right
there. They're gonna be fine. I think the Panthers are gonna be fine. I actually envision them being second because losing Drew Brees while he was shot after about maybe week 10, 11, it's still a loss. It's still going to be a huge loss.
I'm interested to see who they're truly, not just what they say, who they're truly going to replace him with.
I'll be right back. I'll be right back.
It needs to be Taysom Hill, though. Like, I really don't think it needs to be Taysom Hill.
Fair. It doesn't need to be, but I think it's going to be.
It probably will be, and that's sad if it is, because it's almost like if Tebow started as a tight end, Taysom started as a quarterback, moved to tight end. He played some of both. I still wouldn't go with him as quarterback. That's just me.
I think it's. I think Jameis starts week 1, no doubt about it.
I think he wins it out in the offseason, like during the preseason.
I'm going to watch their preseason closely come week 2 because now we only got.
It's Tampa Bay's division to lose.
Most definitely. Well, when you bring everybody back,
they're the Super Bowl champs, so it's
when you bring everybody back, but they were a Washington fourth quarter drive away, a Taylor Heineke interception away from losing that game. So we're gonna keep it a buck there, but no, it means a lot when you bring back all 22 starters, and that says something.
It says a lot.
In this day and age, you can't do it. But everybody believes in Tom Brady.
It reminds me of San Antonio. They believe in the ring more than the money. And they know the ring brings more money.
Right.
So if we go get another ring, we do this back to back. Even if it's not from Tampa Bay, even our next situation is going to bring in more money. So it's interesting. I'm gonna wait for Josh to come back because I kind of want to get into that Tannehill thing with Tennessee because just looking at I'll touch on it a little, but just looking at where he was in Miami to where he is in Tennessee,
right.
My God.
It's night and day, and then you get to see that Gase was the problem, but Peyton Manning had everyone fooled and believed that this guy was the offensive genius, yet who coaches Peyton Manning? That's going to always be the problem.
Nobody. He's just
so
Brady.
That's where you're going.
Brady does.
We back. Sorry, I'm back.
Okay, I'm glad you're back. So what we were talking about is Ryan Tannehill, and we were talking about from his situation in Miami to coming over to Tennessee, and the fruits of all of his fruition that he's gained since he's been in Tannehill. I mean, I say in Tannehill.
I gotta do it. I feel like I know where this question is going, but keep going. I have an interesting answer for you.
Well, it's not about him. It's just the Tennessee Titans in general. Have they with the addition of Julio, and I think we talked about this last week, but with the addition of Julio, and now you have Julio on one side, you got AJ Brown on the other side, and you got Derrick Henry in the backfield. I don't give a damn who your quarterback is. You have them two, your backfield, plus I forgot who they got at tight end. Are they your AFC champions on paper right now?
Let me tell you something, man. When it comes to the Titans,
I know that everybody.
quarter mil is gonna be always good. Hey, there we go, young fans. Hold up, turn up. We're never out on love. Show love to everybody. All of our queens. There we go. Young Eagles fan. That's what I like to see. But look, you see how he tried to move the camera? There we go. I'm sorry. All right, now we back. We back. It's all good. It's all good. Look, that's what a kid's for. They're supposed to wild out. They're young. So look, this is what my thoughts are. Right. As it pertains to Ryan Tannehill and the team, I believe that it's like I said, it's what the Carolina Panthers could do with Sam Darnold. And the reason why I say that, this is my hot take. I believe that the Dolphins and the Jets have the same problem. The Jets, Joe Namath problem is the Dolphins, Dan Marino problem. They tried to make Tannehill Dan Marino. I don't think it worked. And the reason why I make that assumption is because what's the difference between Tennessee and Miami without Ryan Tannehill? I mean, yeah, they got Derrick Henry, but
that's the X factor. It's Derrick Henry.
But wait, let's not act like Ryan Tannehill did. Wait, let's not act like Ryan Tannehill didn't come to Miami with Jay Ajayi there before we took him, who also won a Super Bowl with us. First NFL player that's from Britain that got the Lombardi. I'm sorry, I had to throw that out there. Eagles Nation.
Drake before he is who he is now. Kenyon Drake now is that nigga. Kenyon Drake with Miami he was good, but he wasn't all that. Jay Ajayi was just a locker room problem. He was great on the field, but in the locker room, he was a problem.
Absolutely.
You gotta think. Miami had weapons, but they had young weapons. The youngest weapon that they got is probably I don't know.
Was their problem the weapons, or was the problem the system that they put their weapons in? Did they bring a knife to a gun?
And talked about that.
Let me tell you something. If you got katanas samurai swords and all that. It ain't gonna do shit against a 22. As small as that shit is, I can get to you first.
What that's the problem is, and again, I hark back to what I was telling Keys is like, man, the problem is that Peyton Manning made us really well. It wasn't even Peyton Manning's doing. It was just the person that happened to be employed there while Peyton Manning was there, getting his rehab together back with Denver. Adam Gase is somebody of importance, and he's not. And he was this offensive guru that's supposed to help people and fix Ryan Tannehill, who, mind you, was a wide receiver at Texas A&M before he was a quarterback. So
also came into the league not knowing what teams were in his division or what the divisions were. I want you to know that. I saw that on Hard Knocks. Sorry, had to throw that out there.
So that's something we got. To me it was the Adam Gase effect, because at the end of the day, everybody that that leaves him turns into gold, so to speak. So I will take what I see with Carolina very closely. I still, like I said, I have them second because, as we all know, yes, this is Tampa's division to lose. It's hard, again, in any year to bring back 22 starters.
To answer Smash's question though, I still got the Kansas City Chiefs being the real threat of the AFC. And the only reason why I say that is because they've been here before, they've been here longer, and they've had less change. So, even though they've got a great team, even though the Titans have a great team on roster, we've never seen them play together. Julio has no chemistry with Tannehill.
Julio's the only new person.
You're right, but he's one person, but he's a huge part of the offense. So wait, time out. Julio being on that roster, who's wide receiver number one? Who gets moved to the slot?
AJ Brown, of course.
Against Julio? Are you sure about that?
AJ Brown is still number one wide receiver, regardless.
And Julio's okay with that.
Yeah,
that's the thing. Julio's okay with that.
That's AJ Brown's team. Well, it's Derrick Henry's team, but in the wide receiver,
and Corey Davis knew that was AJ Brown's team, and that's why he's out of there.
Yeah, AJ Brown. Yes, in the wide receiver room, it's you bring in Julio, you bring in a proven, solid vet because he's a proven vet. Regardless of the team he was with, he's a proven vet. So you bring in Julio, and AJ Brown is going to learn so much from Julio. First off, that's only going to make him even better. Think about them in practice. Think about them during the offseason right now, probably working together, probably staying together, because let's be real, Julio probably ain't got nowhere to stay yet. So who is he living with? AJ Brown.
Not that my guy ain't got nowhere to stay, bro.
No, but I'm saying, think about it.
It's a valid point. It's a valid point.
Because when what's his name? Antonio Brown with the New England. Who did he live with when he first got to New England?
Thomas Edward Patrick Brady.
And when
Time out.
Hold on. And when he went to Tampa Bay, who did he stay with?
Thomas Edward Patrick Brady.
Now I'm not saying he's not gonna find somewhere to stay. I'm just saying right now he's probably cool.
Man, let me tell you something.
Family and getting his stuff together, and they work.
Of course not. My man is at the sleaziest. The sleaziest extended stay, throwing up them. He
just wanted to crack with Giselle. That's all.
Right.
He wanted to crack with Giselle.
Throwing up them new signee dollars while he's playing the latest MJG and 8-ball tape.
And y'all know that man loves white women. Y'all know that man loves white women. He wanted to be around Giselle.
My man.
He does like the lighter, fair-skinned woman.
Let me tell you, Antonio Brown has always been the hitman for space-age simping. Okay? He goes out there, he looks for the models with the shapes like the models, but they gotta be Sprite colored. It's all good. It's all good. Everybody likes clear soda from time to time. I mix my rum with Coke. I ain't talking about the kind of
Christina Ricci looking bitches. That's like he like now.
Oh my gosh! You say he like weekday bitches that look like Wednesday Addams. Jesus! Wow!
That's the ones he like.
Wow!
He like one of them.
Wow! Look at Smash's face. He's trying to gather his thoughts.
He's trying to get him a young Goldie Hawn in here or something like that. That's what he's trying to do. He's trying to get one of them. Not seeing who Antonio be with. Y'all don't want none of them women. Well, let's go ahead.
Look, you really don't. But at the end of the day, hey, I ain't messing with him like Choose Boy. It's all good. We gonna keep him.
I was waiting for it. Inside joke, family. Y'all gonna understand. Y'all gonna understand.
Hey, we're gonna leave him with. And you know what? That sound bite is coming next week. I promise you.
I need
it. Next week, Shoes Boy is gonna be in the pod somewhere. Find it.
Dim sum delivery. Dim sum.
Hey, look. Hey. I'm chopping it all up. You know me. I got it all.
You win some and dim some, you lose.
Hey, look. Hey, I'm telling you. All I'm saying is Julio out there in Tennessee, like I said, at the closest extended stay, telling all of the overnight staff, I'm new to town.
I mean, he changed one country scenery for another. You know, he's from Alabama anyway.
Yeah.
He was enjoying himself in Atlanta. Now he's going to definitely enjoy himself in Tennessee.
I mean, he ain't that far from. He's still the home, so he's not that.
Yeah, he's good.
All jokes aside, though, I think that Julio, like I said, he's going to be a great addition to Tennessee, in my opinion.
Does he get 1,000?
I believe that, huh?
Does he get 1,000? Can he get 1,000 this year?
I think he can. Will he? I don't think he will. And the only reason why I say that is because I believe that. My bad. I'm gonna let you go after this match. I just want to say this last thing. I think that it takes every player at least one, at most 2 seasons to get the system down to where they know they can make moves. When I say that, I mean you're not just a route runner. Like, yeah, I got this post, but this dude over here about to cut the safety about to cut the field. I might zig the other way, and then cut it up the field. And I think that that's where a lot of teams have issues at, specifically the Philadelphia Eagles last year, is that our wide receivers would get out there, and after they run their route, they would do nothing to help out their quarterback. And, I feel like that's the other side of it, is that, okay, he's on the team, he has to learn the system. Cool. We know they're going to lock down, wide receiver 1 in Key's opinion, which I'm not going to defute that. But by them locking him down, who's gonna get Julio? Guy number 2?
Can't.
Exactly. And that's what I'm saying.
And let's be real. What team in the NFL has 2 corners? Two solid corners that can shut down 2 great receivers like that.
I don't think there really is a team that's
the Rams are the only team that I can think of.
And on some nights, both of them are no show.
Maybe the Browns. Maybe.
I'm gonna be honest. I don't.
Off of names, maybe the Browns.
This doesn't answer your question directly, but I think it comes down, and this is like an obvious thing, but I think it comes down to the team that drafts the best, because nobody's gonna have 2 CB1s in a CB1 and CB2 position.
Seattle did it. They just got too big for themselves to maintain it. But did they inherit it, or did they grow that culture with who they had? Let's look at this way.
No, they drafted them.
Brandon Browner and Richard Sherman. You're never gonna find another team that's gonna find 2 corners that are gonna be 6'5".
I'm talking about smashes. This goes back to our point when we started before we started the show.
They were just like Golden State, if you want to be honest. They were drafting a lot of those great players they had. They were homegrown.
But didn't they draft Browner? And Cam Chancellor.
Like I said, it comes down to
I think it's the only person that may have not been drafted by them. Is that not correct? Or I could be wrong.
Yo, first off, please do not bring up Byron Mack. Do not bring up Burnt Maxwell on this show. I'm sorry. I have real beef at the fact that this man was in an Eagles jersey just to become a highlight every goddamn week of somebody frying him with no grease. I don't even know how you fry something with no grease. This is before air fryer technology. This man was out there on the field. I mean, and this isn't to be any funny about the guy's complexion, but he definitely was about as dark as he was crispy on the field every time he got burnt. If you wanted to get a touchdown, throw it in Byron Maxwell's way. The man couldn't catch HIV at motherfucking what's 2.5 Men's dude, Charlie Sheen's house. He couldn't catch it at Charlie Sheen's house. That's how bad it was. Yeah. When it comes to Byron Maxwell, he was an athlete. Yes, he got into the NFL. I don't know if it was because somebody lost a bet, but as far as his talent level, I don't want to hear his name. Sorry. It's real beef.
Okay. Brandon Browner, Richard Sherman, some guy that's in the secondary, and Cam Chancellor, and Earl Thomas. And so, and all of them were drafted by the Seahawks. So can it be done as far as creating that two-sided corner situation? Yes. I think, Keys, you are right. If we're looking at a team today in the NFL that can lock down on both sides, might be the Browns, where you're not going to get
on paper.
I'll even go a step further and say the Giants, but that's neither here or there. That's just me being biased. But anywho, I think
I was about to say I'm not gonna stop you. I'm gonna let you get it off.
I can agree with you on the fact that he may not get 1,000 because of him being in a new system, but then I think you kind of jumped out of your point though when you said that AJ Brown is getting locked up. So then that's got to leave Julio to get 1,000. That's got to put him in a position.
It actually, and this is the rankings from last year, but it might be New England. New England had 2 of the top 5 corners in the league last year. Stephon Gilmore and J.C. Jackson.
Now, see, here's my thing though, right? As far as when it comes to corners,
actually, they had 3 in the top 10. If you add in Jason McCourty, was at number 9.
So let me ask you a question, right? Would you say the better defense is the defense with 2 strong corners, or a strong corner and maybe like 2 strong safeties?
2 strong safeties. Yeah, I would rather have that back end line of defense than I would with my corners. Because if somebody gets past my safeties, it's over. And
exactly. Now, the reason I bring that up is this: me and Smashes had a conversation before we started the show on what makes you a better CB1. The fact that you're great and nobody throws to your side, or the fact that you're great, people throw to your side, but you're still capable of stopping the play. And to that point, we do have to consider the safety help, right? We had terrible corners when we won the Super Bowl, but we had lockdown safeties.
Well, think about New England though, because you got to think. All right, so you got Jason McCourty at corner, but you got a twin brother that's playing safety in the backfield at Devin. So if you got your 2 corners and then you got Devin at safety, New England defensively on paper, that's pretty tough. But as we've seen, Kansas City,
I think they're tough anyway. I just think they needed an adjustment period, 1 or 2 seasons.
Yeah. I think this year coming up with everybody coming back from COVID protocol and with the COVID list and being out, I think New England is gonna show they're one of those teams in the AFC. You got Cam with a full offseason now. You got Cam with his weapons back in the offseason to get acclimated with. It's hard because to me, Kansas City and Tennessee did enough to get back in that AFC Championship game. I think there's going to be some teams that's going to make noise. I think Seattle's corner.
Hold on,
they were benefited from 2 great safeties over the top.
Thank you, Matthew. That's the point that I was making.
That makes sense.
I think that cornerback.
What up, bro?
That's what I'm saying. That was why I made my comment about safeties. Is because you can be a great corner, but my thing is if you got lockdown safeties, who's gonna try you anyway? It's gonna be short passes, dip and dunk. You know what I'm saying?
Like he said with Seattle, the corners were as good as they were benefiting from having 2 great safeties. That's with any team though. If you have 2 great safeties, if your safeties are more dangerous than your corners, think about the Ravens back in the day. Yeah, that defense was crazy, but you had fucking Ed Reed in the back, bro.
Yeah.
You had
absolutely
Ed Reed back here. It don't matter if you got past that D line and them linebackers or the corners, you can get past the first 3 levels, but you got fucking all-pro, Hall of Fame Ed Reed back there. Scary and dangerous as hell.
Absolutely.
So if you were lucky to make it past the D line, Ray Lewis with the linebackers. I can't even remember who the fuck was that corner, but still, you happened to make it past all them levels. You had Ed Reed back there that was about to eat your ass alive.
Alive. And that's why, I think that I think the safety position is really undervalued. It's two positions on defense that I feel like are like the fullback position of defense, and that's safety and linebacker. I feel like it's very slept on. You see a lot of teams focus on their defensive line. Everybody wants a Jair Alexander or Jalen Ramsey, but nobody's out here trying to get an Ed Reed. Nobody's out here trying to develop the next Ray Lewis. I'm not saying that they're not out there, but my thing is, that's what I'm saying. What are you scouting for?
So let's talk about
it starts early.
In y'all opinions, right? And I go on one. I see who on this list is who was the best safety last year. Who do you guys feel like was the best safety last season?
That's a good question. I'm cheating. I'm doing some research.
I could have sworn I thought it was Bayard last year.
Because I may not agree with the list.
In Tennessee.
No, the list is pretty accurate. I want to say maybe I move a couple people, but so on the list, the best safety last season was Anthony Harris from the Vikings.
That's not a stretch.
And then Justin Simmons from Denver was actually number 2. Devin McCourty was 3. Earl Thomas was 4. Who is also a free agent right now.
Hey, the list I'm looking at.
And then Minka Fitzpatrick was 5.
I would have actually said Minka would have been number 1 in my opinion.
So how do y'all feel about Jesse Bates?
Jesse Bates.
He plays for a bad team, so it's hard to gauge him. And that's because he has no help outside of himself, and that's Jesse Bates isn't bad. He's just
Cincinnati. He played Cincinnati.
Okay.
Pro Football Focus is number 1.
Yeah.
But
to me that makes a difference, because if your team is nice, naturally you're gonna have the ability to shine. But I'm not saying that the other guys ain't nice. No, I'm not saying that at all. Yeah, I'm just making the case where if you are a outstanding player on a terrible team, prime example, Miles Sanders, number 3 in yards per carry. And our team was basura, trash. And I find it really insulting that CBS left him out on that top 100 list, but they probably put Saquon Barkley on there. I love Saquon Barkley, even though he's not an Eagles fan. I mean, he's not an Eagles player, and I'm an Eagles fan. I still say that Saquon Barkley, we got to see how he bounces back from this injury, but up until he was injured, I had him being the best running back in the NFC East.
I think
he's the best running back in football when healthy. But
that's not what's he now. Wait.
And as much as I don't like Dallas, I always gotta put my man in that discussion, man.
Zeke. But see, that's what I'm saying.
Here's my issue with Zeke.
When I say when healthy,
it fell off, man. Y'all know that. Zeke got
wait, time out. You said when healthy. When healthy, that means you're in shape. How you get in shape in Cabo? Tell me who got in shape in Cabo. That's not a Rocky workout.
So hold on, location.
That's not a Rocky workout. That was time out. Y'all all seen Rocky. Y'all remember the scene on Rocky 3.
But why does location matter?
I will tell you. I'm about to answer that question. You've seen Rocky 4. Ivan Drago. This man was sitting there in the gym, boxing, showing people how hard he could punch. Where was Rocky at? Press day. In there with cameras in his face. He couldn't control himself. What did Mickey say? Get them cameras out of here, Rocky.
Let me say this about Ezekiel Elliott. When Zeke went to Cabo,
cup of noodles,
Zeke was 23 years old. Now, I don't know how far removed the rest of y'all are from 23, but if you had money at 23 and you were arguably at the time the best running back in football, you deserve to go to Cabo and have a good time at the age of 23.
My guy over here throwing shots because I was broke at 23. Out here on these streets, trying to get my name known. I was out here trying to make it hot. City Boys winning all summer. Sorry, go ahead.
City Boys up 3.
I was a junior at VCU, but we ain't gonna get into all that.
Whoa. We talking about college? We talking, hey.
I want to make them.
Sorry, I had the wrong button.
I was a junior at VCU, so I would have loved at 23 to be in Cabo with any woman that I can choose. You know, things like that. That's a beautiful thing.
I agree with you, right? Off season, perfectly fine. Training camp starts. Fuck you still in Cabo for if you ain't even got no ring. If you got a ring, party your ass off. You earned it. You deserve it. Your team has not gotten a ring since VHS tapes were in stock at Circuit City. I had to go back first.
Blockbuster is what you wanted to say, but
Hollywood Videos.
Movie time.
All right.
Shout out to Tower Records coming back, by the way. But yeah, no, I agree. I agree that you're right. If you are not a champion, then yes, maybe you should take into better consideration what you do in your off-season time to get to that championship level. But I can't fault a 23-year-old going to Mexico.
Nah, I'm not going to fault him for going to Mexico, but you got to come back.
Right.
You don't play for we don't have a New Mexico team yet. It's an expansion team on Madden, but it's not in real life. We just play games there once a year. Let's keep it real. So, my thing is this, right? And this was his, second year?
Have you been to
year 2?
Have you been to Cabo?
I've been a lot of places, Cap.
I'm just saying,
I'm just saying this. I haven't been to Cabo, but I've been to Montego Bay. And let me tell you.
I've been to
hold on, let's put yourself in Josh Randolph's shoes for a second. We're gonna take off profit. We're gonna go to Josh Randolph's shoes for a second. He's 23. He has money and he goes to Montego Bay. You coming back? Are you coming back?
Hey, look.
Are you coming back?
Nothing wrong.
He ain't coming back.
But wait, time out. You know why I would come back?
Always good.
And you're damn right. I'm going to make it. It's no look. My thing is this. Time out. This is a segment called "When You Turn Kevin Samuels."
Here we go. So give me a break.
Okay, look. Sometimes you have to have discipline as a high-valued man. You can't go out here thinking you're about to have no discipline because you know what? You can lose your high-valued status. All it requires is for you to be reckless and to be not acknowledged by the high-valued peers. Okay? You can't be out here the size of Mike Allstott and be the size of a running back expecting a high value. Oh, sorry, wrong podcast. You can't be out here.
Come on, Cole. Come on, Cole.
But you can't be out here a star running back for South America's team, because I refuse to acknowledge them as America's team. But, you know, you came out here as a running back for South America's team.
That was just bad creative marketing anyway, so.
I'm just saying. You got, I mean.
You're not wrong.
Let's take it to Dallas for a second, because you know what? Y'all open up a can of worms.
Let's go.
The most loyal fan base I've ever seen in football that gets shitted on every year.
Oh, you didn't say football.
Yeah, every year. My question is this. For you to be a Dallas fan, right? You know your defense needs help, right? You know you needed help on defense, cornerback, safety. Why you pick up a wide receiver just to spite us instead of helping your team? Did it win you the division?
Nope.
Okay, so I feel like they made some sensible moves. They had a great draft this year. I'll give you that.
No, they did.
Great draft this year.
That linebacker move was crazy.
Finally.
That's the Giants' expense, but I'm not even going to discuss that.
Hey, man, you guys knew. Never mind.
Time out.
I don't like the hands washing the other in the behind the scenes that day that took place.
Whoa! Time out!
That's
Whoa,
what that
Cap,
was.
you can't say that. You cannot say that because the Giants expected us to wash their hands when we lost our game to get the pick. Y'all
And you
got
did
mad
it.
at us.
And you
No,
did
so
it.
y'all got. What are we supposed to do it for y'all for? We want to win. We want the pick. Y'all done had top 10 picks for top 10 years and ain't been top 10 since top 10 was a rating. I'm sorry. I gotta go there. Y'all are the most recent Super Bowl champs after us.
No, you don't.
After us.
I'm
Time out.
activated now.
After
I'm activated now. Please.
After us, y'all are the most recent Super Bowl champs, and that is why y'all get my respect because you can watch your highlights on DVD. Cowboys gotta watch theirs on VHS. The Redskins gotta watch theirs on Hieroglyphs and Betamax because they won the Super Bowl when niggas was still in segregated water fountains. Okay, let's just be real. Let's keep it a buck. Matter of fact, give me some shots, goddammit. I'm feeling myself tonight. I'm on
I
myself.
hope you guys
Fucking
threw
my shit.
the array of the rest of the format because I'm activated now. Now we got to go. Now we got to do NFC East slander. Now we got to go. I had no intention to do it tonight.
Let's go.
Because I am getting lessons from a team that can't draft about us having top 10 picks and the person that y'all gave up the world to get at number 2.
Smashes. You know what?
You
Right.
sent them away to Indianapolis.
Who am I to Joe Judge? I apologize. Who do I think that I am to Joe Judge you and your team?
Wait a minute. I think he did a fine job this year. Honestly. I think he did an okay job.
You think he did an okay job keeping up with the Daniel Joneses? Okay, because he was at the bottom of the list when it came to. I'm just saying. We finished one game out, and y'all didn't do what you were supposed to do and lay down, and not lay down like dogs in week 17. We did what we were supposed to do and invested in our future, unlike Dallas. Ooh, hold on, shots.
Hey. Dallas has no future. I don't want to hear about them for the rest of the life.
Are we mad at the pick or how we got the pick? Let's go.
Well, hold the phone. Let me speak on behalf of the Giants universe and state that are we mad that the Eagles got Devontae Smith? Most of the fan base, yes. I'm not gonna lie. I said, damn, it was kind of underhanded, but they were smart. You got to be smart. They knew what their need was. Get my quarterback, who I now have to invest in because I made a stupid mistake last year. It was a stupid mistake. Y'all know it was a dumb mistake.
You don't
Y'all
like
know it was a dumb mistake. Huh?
Time out, Cap.
So you don't like Daniel Jones?
No, I'm not talking about. I'm not talking about the Giants. I'm talking about
He's talking about the Eagles creating a quarterback controversy when they didn't have to, and declining a Carson Wentz who was thinking that the whole team was behind him. They didn't draft him any help. I give you that.
And I have a close, a good Twitter friend of mine. Me and her, we banter. She's an Eagles fan, diehard, and trust me, no NFC East fan other than me and myself and a few others win arguments with her because she's got a fact straight. But I had this disagreement with her. I said at the end of the day, was I mad about Week 17 and how it went down? Yes, because why the hell would you guys trot out Hurts and then put Sudfeld in, but then make it seem as if you guys were wanting to win the game, and you certainly were not. That wasn't the case. It was not the case.
I didn't like the fact that we jeopardized 2 quarterbacks and we didn't know who we were keeping yet. You should have just started Nate Sudfeld
and the man that you put in front of the decision, you fired.
Not even that. Hurts.
You fired him.
Hurts did better than they thought he was going to do. They didn't expect him to do that good. And he did better. That's why Sudfeld got put in.
It's like, oh man, we're in danger of winning this game. Holy shit, we're about to beat the Redskins for no fucking reason.
Throw and choose, boy. So we can please. Throw and choose, boy.
You might as well have thrown and choose, boy. At this point.
Take out Colin Green. It's getting too deep. Sorry.
And that
if you haven't seen it, you gotta see it.
That was the thing about it. That's just what annoyed me. I'm like, okay, don't act like you want to win this game and put in Sudfeld when you guys were down by 3 or 4 at the time. That was bullshit. And then the man that you put in front of that decision, who had to ride with that decision on Sunday night, ride with it Monday morning, ride with it Tuesday morning, you fired him a week later. Well, not too long after. You fired him.
Well, time out. Here's my thing. I think at this point, yes, I believe that we're moving a little haphazardly off season, but at this point, I see what Jeffrey Lurie is doing. I think that Jeffrey Lurie is doing. I think that he's setting up Howie Roseman because he's got 1 year left. You got rid of all the people Howie Roseman said was a problem, right? So we should be good, right? At this point, if not, we still got the talent because they're young, they're signed. Our team is technically one of the youngest teams in the NFL within a matter of a season. It's crazy. And at this point, you can get rid of the GM and get another GM and come back. And let's not forget that we got 3 first-round picks.
But here's the thing about it. You risk dead cap money? You want to be a cap hell to prove a point?
We're already in cap hell. Next year we're not. Next year we're not going to be in cap hell.
Sometimes you have to do that, and I'm trying to think of the football team that did that.
I don't agree with the philosophy.
I'll give you a classic reference of what that is. That's Kunta Kinte losing his foot to save his life.
You know what? Even though they haven't won the championship, Boston had to do that. No, the Nets. It was the Nets. The Nets think about what the Nets had when they had Paul Pierce, KG, and
I'm glad you said
right?
That. I'm going to speak.
And look at them now. Sometimes you have to get through that to draft right to move here. So I get it. But
here's the problem, though, Smashes. I'm going to say this: when you talk about the Nets, and I'm glad you transitioned there. The Nets had to do that because they just moved, and they're at the time, I'm sure he still is, billionaire owner had to make a splash, and he had one of the worst GMs to do it, Billy King, and so he had to go ahead and say, you know what, we're going to do something out of the ordinary, so we're going to risk our future and be in cap hell to get KG, Paul Pierce, and who else did they get? They got somebody else.
Ray Allen and
no, I don't think the Nets got Ray Allen. I think I know they got KG and Paul Pierce, but it was somebody else.
Miami, I don't know. Didn't Miami take Ray Allen?
Because Miami ended up getting Ray Allen out because of that. Because they pretty much Boston disintegrated shortly after the 2010 finals, if I'm not mistaken. So they had Jason Kidd as the coach, and that's what it was. And so the pay him.
Hey, time out. That was the Boston era of the Cheerios. Yikes! Yikes!
Let's not talk about that game. I don't want to talk about it. Because not only did we lose that game, but yes, Melo should have put hands on that man.
Bullshit.
Thank you for bringing that soundbite. I appreciate you. But
I gotta say,
I'm gonna say that in that same I agree with you. Yeah, with the Nets situation, they had to make a splash, but it was just similar to what the Rams do now. What the Rams do, they trade their first round pick every year. And they end up, trying to win now because that's what it's really about in this day.
Time out. I just want to say something real quick. I see we got 4 viewers on here. I just want to give it up for y'all for sticking in here with us. Cloth Talk. If you haven't already, subscribe. Please share with those closest to you, man. We appreciate y'all coming to join us. Hold that thought real quick, guys. I got to tell y'all something that I just found out. This is not a sponsored ad. This is something that I found out about, and because it's kind of basketball related, I'm gonna bring it up. Damn it. Have y'all heard of this app or this website, or I don't know if it's a website or app called Gold Belly?
No.
Brother just told me about it today, right? Boom. Let me tell you about Gold Belly real quick. You can order Lou Will lemon pepper wings from Magic City to your house off of this app. Look at Shad's face. He said, "Lou Will lemon pepper, you got my attention." Let me show you something, man.
Intrigue.
On Gold Belly, right? You can order anything out of Magic City's kitchen. It comes to you frozen. You got to buy a certain quantity. It comes with heating instructions. But for the price of $109, you can get 50 wings sent to you from Magic City's kitchen, frozen. They will arrive in about 5 days. My brother just sent me the picture of his lemon peppers. They look amazing. I hope he tells me why Lou Will left the bubble. But if you haven't, please check them out. I think it's an awesome thing. They got stuff from everywhere. It'll get sent to you. I've never used it. I'm planning on using it because I definitely want to know what these Lou Will lemon peppers is like. Also, if you're listening, anybody at Ishka Bibbles in Philadelphia off South Street, please hop on that app because I need you to get on there so I can get me a cheesesteak from Philly. If you can get delivered by a dancer, Matthew, that would be fucking phenomenal.
He said,
All pun intended.
I'm done.
All pun intended. But to be honest with you, if you have the dancer there before you get the wings, you technically brought Magic City to your house. Hello. Hey, and guess what? If you got the right mouthpiece, you won't have to pay her for her to perform. On that note, Goldbelly, go get your wings and let me know how you like it. Otherwise, back to y'all.
Y'all pay for dancers?
Women dance nowadays? Hold
Y'all
on.
pay, I'm sorry.
Don't make me do it.
You guys pay for strippers?
How many times have you went out and seen a high-valued man out here? I'm lying. I'm wild.
I
Sorry. It's the best prop that I got. I'm sorry. My guy's hot right now. Shout out to my man K. Sanders out there doing it real big for the men, telling the women what they need to do in the right way.
Look at Flaming with his dress choices too. You need to talk to your man. Looking a little zesty out here.
Ooh, that's your man.
Your man Kevin Sanders out here looking a little soft too.
And he in a new tax bracket.
Like a soft shell taco.
So all I can say, man, hey, look, when you rocking with $250,000, your jeans fit different. But other than that, it's not what he's wearing. It's the message. It's the message.
Oh, the message is on point. Bitches, y'all fucking up.
Look, as I heard at my best friend's funeral, don't miss the message. Like the moment of silence. I appreciate it. Anyways, back to these.
It was a salient point. We had to give it to you. It was a salient point.
I had to say it, man. While you don't miss the message, that also includes them Lou Will lemon peppers. But as far as the Nets though, and I know you were talking about no, y'all were talking about LA and how they give away their first round pick every year.
What's wrong with win now? That's my thing. Is like I think win now is not a bad strategy. I think a lot of people hoard draft picks. And then
everything is win now though. Every sport is about win now.
There's a way to do it though. I feel like everybody wants to win now.
But who's doing it wrong then? I guess that's the better question.
The Jets
win now.
You say well, baseball is win now?
Even baseball is win now.
No.
Every sport is win now.
College basketball is win now.
But see, you know what? You can't say every team is win now because
it's the one and done year. I mean, not year, but the one and done era with college basketball is still going on.
Let me ask you this: is the Washington football team in win now mode?
If they found a way to get Aaron Rodgers, yes, sir.
I don't think so. No.
If they found a way to get Aaron Rodgers, yes, sir.
But they don't have him, so they can't be in win now. They can't. I know. I get that. But I'm just saying. Any team that gets Aaron Rodgers is going to be a win now situation because they're sacrificing first round picks, which is their future. They got to win now. They got to win now to make their team attractive to pull people in full free agency.
I say
that's the whole purpose of making moves like that.
If I'm a Redskin fan, if I were a Redskin fan, I would say yes, we are in win now. And I say that because as a fan, I'd be tired of losing shit.
Hey Keys, I'm mad you got this theme music with your segment. But
that's my daughter. I'm sorry.
Oh, I know who it is. Cloth Talk Revolution. We in here. Let's get it. Sorry.
But yeah, I mean, all right, so who's in a win now? I think the Ravens are in a win now.
I think, look, honestly,
I think the Ravens are in a win now.
I think Eagles are in a win now position.
We're not.
How not?
We're not.
How not?
Because what you just said, we have young pieces that are.
You can't be in cap hell right now to be in a win now situation.
But time out. With the only thing that has me skeptical, I wonder why we haven't signed Landon Dickerson yet. I don't know why we haven't signed our number 2 pick. But my thing is this: we retained our whole offensive line, who did win the Super Bowl. We retained our defensive line and added to it. So those injury problems we had in years past where we couldn't keep our quarterback protected should not be there. We replaced our defensive coordinator who did not push out our safeties, who we never blitzed. Do y'all know that we are number 3 in what is it, sacks and pressures, and we're like number 30 something with the blitz. We blitzed our team to less and still got pressure. So with a new defensive coordinator, he puts a new scheme in there. We get the pressure we're supposed to get. He rightfully gives our cornerbacks safety help. The newest players that we got, not all of them are going to be starters. Jalen Hurts isn't a rookie. This is year 2. The newest thing is the system. I'll give you that. right? I'll give you that. But we got a full training camp. This ain't COVID camp. We out there practicing with rookies. We practicing with vets. It got to the point where our veterans went and apologized to the rookies on the defense like, look, this ain't how we usually rock. The temperature in Philly is different.
As it should be.
Now, the reason I say that is because does the popular opinion feel like we're in win now mode? No, because they just see that we got rid of a quarterback, we got another quarterback, and everything. They don't see what's working behind the trenches. I'm telling you, this is the year to put your money on Philly because nobody's looking for us for that exact reason.
I still don't think we're in a win now, just because the team is too young. We're in a prove now, but we're not in a win now.
I can't agree with that.
I mean, let's be real. With football, every team, every season is in a, hey, y'all need to go win the Super Bowl.
But not necessarily. Las Vegas is not thinking, the Las Vegas Raiders are not thinking we need to win a Super Bowl right now. And as far as youth, if they get Aaron Rodgers, yes. But as it stands with Derek Carr, no. And I will tell you this, that the Kansas City, but wait, my thing is this, the Kansas City Chiefs were a team that was win now when they were young. Think about it. Mahomes is the reason that Alex Smith ended up getting his shit broke off in Washington. Prove me wrong.
I will say this then. There's a reason why Kansas City became win now. Look who's ahead of the snake. Andy Reid. So there's got to be elements to why you then become.
I got you, Cap. You got to remember where you come from sometimes.
So
Makes my stomach hurt every time.
You don't think Las Vegas with a new
stadium,
new city, damn who the quarterback is or the coach, they're not in, you don't think they're in a win now, but you think the Eagles are in a win now.
I didn't see broke niggas with new cars and new confidence come up and think that they can win now, and they don't.
Seen them many a night myself.
I think it's a reverse though. I don't think the Eagles are in a win now, but I do think Las Vegas is definitely in a win now. The Rams.
Who are you rooting for?
Who
are you rooting for?
Here's
the Lions? Did you just say that the Lions are trying to win now?
Nigga, look at the quarterback move they just made.
And they're gonna kill him. Do you understand that their system is no good?
You're right. Not the Lions.
They're in a broke down vehicle.
But the Rams are in a win now.
The Rams definitely win now.
Not the Raiders. Not the Raiders.
So you don't think Derek Carr, who's been there for about 10 years now? It might not be really 10, but still, 10. It ain't been like 10. But still, you don't think Derek Carr, with everything on his back now, everything on his shoulders, they're not in a win now? With the all of that, new city,
that's great.
New stadium, new fan base, they're not in a win now.
I think that Derek Buick.
Where the hell is John?
I think Derek Buick is not going to be their winning solution. It's going to require them getting another quarterback, and because, in my opinion, he's been there too long. He would have done something by now. He's had spurts of goodness, not greatness. He's had spurts of goodness, but if he's going to succeed, it will not be in Oakland. To me, he's been there too long. He's too comfortable there. It's that mentality that will keep them from winning.
So
they're going to
you
need another.
buy into the change of scenery, new voice situation, that he's not terrible, which he isn't, but he would benefit somewhere elsewhere, maybe Denver or somewhere else. Like he would. A change of scenery is necessary for Derek Carr to reach the apex.
Let me ask you a question. If I'm the captain of a team and we out here playing laser tag and I've lost the laser tag championship for 10 years, I ain't even make it to the laser tag playoffs, and I'm asking you to trust me that I can lead you to the playoffs just because we're in a new building with a new setup.
We also want to think about his laser tag coach, and we also must underline that maybe he isn't that good, and John Gruden just isn't that good. Maybe Mike Mayock can't be a good GM. There's other factors. I'm not going to take anything away from Derek Carr because, yes, I was one of those people that definitely believed in him and think, hey, you know what? He could have found his way. The year that they were going to the playoffs and he got injured in week 16, I think that would have been honestly his year. But
exactly, I'm not saying he didn't have
in
his
the win now aspect, I don't see the Eagles as a win now team. I don't think teams that hoard draft pick are win now teams because you want to move that draft capital out unless you really been scouting some people during college. You're going to move that draft capital. Just like I said, the Rams do it. They've given up everything that they legally own to be able to go ahead and put themselves in position to be contenders. Legally owned at this point. They only have one draft pick. I mean, it's the 2023 pick. So at this point, first round. So they've given up most, if not all, their first to make Jalen Ramsey happy and keep that defense together. But there's like maybe 6 teams that's win now at this point. But Kansas City had a coach that was on his last legs, and we had to do something.
I'll put it this way. The reason why I say we and win now, right? I understand you're a Giants fan. I understand you have full faith and capabilities in your team. But let's be real. Who's making it out of the NFC East? We know it's not the what the fuck.
Are we
the
talking
Washington
about
football
on
team.
paper? Are we as of right now, the season hasn't started, so are we talking about on paper?
We ain't got no preseason. We ain't got nothing to go off of. On paper right now, looking at what we've seen from last year, we got a injured Dak Prescott coming back onto the team. We don't know if he's going to be the same. We got Zeke, who's coming back after an okay-ish year where he looked a little sloppy at times. We got, no offense, Cap, this ain't me talking shit, just facts. We got Daniel Jones, who went on multiple stretches where he went 3 games without throwing a single touchdown. Multiple games. We have, I mean, I'm just saying, I'm just giving you the fact.
But there's
Saquon Barkley is coming back off of an injury. We don't know if he'll be the same, but I hope he will.
I'm gonna say on paper,
we're the healthiest option right now.
Yeah, but you guys have a no-naming coach, and at the end of the day, you have to lead. You got to properly lead.
That's not true. We have the offensive coordinator from the Colts who led them with Jacoby Brissett.
How many head coaching jobs has he had?
I'm going to be non-biased.
How many head coaching jobs has Joe Judge had? I'll judge you after you judge mine.
Hey, 6-10 and 6-10, but he's still more seasoned at this point than Nick Sirianni. It is a fact.
Man, he's about as seasoned as unsalted, no sodium, iodized salt.
So I'm gonna be honest here, right? This is non-biased. This is like taking the Eagles hat off. I'm just a football fan, and is what I see. As much as I hate to admit it, right now, it's still Dallas's division to lose.
Bullshit.
It's Dallas's division to lose.
And because they got Dak, that's Dak back. I don't buy that. That's the thing is because Dak came back. I don't buy that. You gotta compel me. Come on, talk to me, man.
I mean, look at everybody's team on paper, right? From quarterback to wide receivers to running back to O-line, just the offense. Then you go to defense. Dallas's defense is shaky. Their corners are just as bad as ours. Let's be honest. I like their D-line. I like their linebackers. After that, their safeties and corners are questionable, just like ours are. But offensively alone, it's hard, man. I don't know. I think offensively, they have the best team on paper. On paper, they have the best team in the NFC East.
Sorry, I'm gonna hit that button every time you say something absurd.
On paper, we have a better team than Dallas does.
Can I tell you why?
Go ahead.
Can I tell you why?
Go ahead.
So we already admitted that our system last year was garbage. It was trash. We didn't utilize the weapons that we had. Where was Travis Fulgham at when we needed him? When they put Greg Ward out there, Quez Watkins, he didn't get the reps that he needed to. You got to realize we left a lot of talent on the bench. We didn't play Jordan Howard, but he was there. There's a lot of personnel decisions that were made that made us look weaker than what we really were. Oh. And that's where I say that the fresh mind and the young mind is going to be different. Doug Peterson is from yesterday's football era. He's not of the current football era. I say that because he coached. He was an offensive coordinator under Andy Reid. But who was the offensive mind behind our Super Bowl? Was it Doug Peterson or was it Frank Wright? Okay, so let's keep it moving. That goes without saying. You get somebody in there who knows how to use what you got. I believe we become the most dominant team in the NFC East. One, speaking to this season, because we do have a coach that they can go and look at the Colts stuff, but the Colts don't have the same players that we do. One. So the uncertainty, let me ask you this, because we all in the NFC East. Y'all remember that year that the Redskins didn't have no real star players and they got off to like a 5-0 start because nobody really knew what they had. They were just unpredictable.
Was it the first year RG3 was there?
I want to say it was. It may have been.
I know they did go like 4-1 because they had lost.
Yeah, it was like 4-1. I thought it was 5-0, but they had a stretch.
Was it the year they won? It was the year they won the division though.
But it seems like every year that they win the division, they have a good season and they have no names to do it. So,
but it's the unpredictability. That's what it is. You're playing them based on what you know and not what they have, and that's the thing. We kept a lot of what we had, but I don't feel like what we had was bad. I felt like we used it incorrectly. So when you use what you have correctly, like a Travis Fulgham, like a Jalen Hurts, like a Miles Sanders, because we never ran the ball. Let's face it. We were the worst team when it came to running the ball when we were supposed to. When we did run the ball, we won. That's what confused me. So at this point, because we haven't got rid of him yet, you're talking Zach Ertz, Dallas Goedert. Of course, Zach Ertz might be gone. We just signed back Richard Rodgers. You got Devontae Smith, Travis Fulgham, Greg Ward, Quez Watkins. We got Miles Sanders. Jordan Howard. We just picked up what's his name? Who's Gainwell or something like that? Either way, another speed back, right? Yeah. And we picked up who's the dude we picked up from the Lions? Galladay, right?
Yeah.
Not Galladay. That's Galladay. We got
Darius.
No. Running back. We picked up a running back, my guy. I'm trying to think of his name.
You're talking about Riddick, are you?
Nah. No. We picked up another running back. He Kerryon Johnson. Yeah. We picked up Kerryon Johnson.
I like Kerryon though.
So my thing is this. Yeah, he's new to the system, but he's a veteran running back. You know what I'm saying? At this point, coming into the room, coaching up the rookies, helping out Miles Sanders. At this point, why can't we be number one? That's the question. And the reason why I say that is because, honestly, it's no offense, and I apologize if you take offense to this, Cap. I don't believe in Daniel Jones. That is your Achilles heel.
Really? I do.
Yes. Why? Multiple 3-game stretches with no touchdowns?
I'll speak on it in just a moment.
Do you realize that in four games, Jalen Hurts has done more for his team than Daniel Jones has done for the whole season?
So when Eli first came in, right, and we're just talking about Eli, and Cap, you can answer this better than anybody else. When Eli first came in, your expectation for him was high because of his last name, right?
Yeah, but I must speak on I say my expectation was high for him when he got his chance, but like most fans with sense, we still thought that Kurt Warner was going to be our guy for at least that 4 year. We did not even though he was the number one pick, did not expect Eli Manning, if he didn't play in week 1, to play that year. I wanted him to learn and not do what Peyton Manning did and get in early and suffer. But I understand your point. Yes, we had high expectations when he played.
So with Daniel Jones, right, the expectations are high because of who he learned from.
Not necessarily.
No, well, I mean, just from what I'm hearing.
Because I'll say, because the thing about it, and that's just, I guess, with most, I think that my fan base is probably the most divisive in the entire division, that we really just don't have that one. There's very few that we agree on all the way across the board. So, yes, I have heard rumbles where, like, we drafted this kid 6. He better show up like he's number 6 overall in the draft. But the day that he got drafted, was I happy about it? Absolutely not. One, because of the fact that we had 3 picks that year. And I felt that you could have gotten him at 17 if you felt that strongly about him. and got Dexter Lawrence at the end of the draft because we ended up getting DeAndre Baker, and he went to jail. So it didn't make any sense for us to get him at 6. That was my gripe with him. But has he shown promise, including in his rookie year? Yeah, he was, I believe, if not mistaken, he did lead rookies in touchdowns. Danny
Dimes? Yeah, he had 24 of them things his first year.
But last year, him not having the touchdowns that as far as and playing all the games is unacceptable.
It goes beyond the touchdowns, though. It goes beyond the touchdowns because we're talking about a quarterback last year who was one interception away from being 1-to-1 with his touchdowns and interceptions.
So hold on, Josh. So last year for sports in general, right? Because of the pandemic, it was different for everybody. All sports.
Give me 1 second, fellas. I'll be right back.
Go ahead. It was different for sports all across the board, in my opinion. Even with the Lakers winning the championship, there's an asterisk next to it.
Should be, but
yeah, like I feel like with baseball, with everything, it was an adjustment period, and it was just different.
Mm-hmm.
I can't base a lot off of last year. I don't know if you guys had a lot of your key players in that COVID protocol and not playing.
Not necessarily. With the Giants, it was really.
I know the Patriots had a lot, like damn near their whole team.
Well, the Giants have the same problem every year, and I don't know if it could be an issue with strength and conditioning. They just can't keep the guys on the field. Period. But COVID most certainly going to play a role when you don't have the offseason, the proper offseason, and things like that. So I can give that.
To me, I feel like I can't base any of my opinion or anything off last season. I feel like this season coming up is in a sense, it's a restart for me. Like last year was cool. Whoever won championships, they got their championships. I'm a Laker fan. I'm glad we got our championship. Now we're tied with Boston. All right, now let's take that leap ahead of Boston now. So I'm cool with that. Perfectly fine. Again, there's that asterisk next to it. Now for me, even with the Bucks, it's still that asterisk next to it. Tom got another one. He's now, in my opinion, the greatest quarterback ever because he got 2 with 2 different teams. Not 2. I mean, I want to say, is he the only one? Because I don't think anybody else has got 2 with 2 different teams.
Oh, he's the only one that has 2 with 2 different teams. There are several people that have played with 2 different teams.
Yeah, but
he's the only one that's won with 2 different teams.
So I feel like this season coming up is going to show a lot. I have faith, and again, this is just non-biased talking. I have faith in Daniel Jones. I feel like, one, he comes from Duke. But I feel like he's going to be great for y'all. I think, honestly, right now is probably one of the best times in the NFC East. All 4 of the starting quarterbacks are young, even when Wentz was still there. We don't know who the starting quarterback with Washington is anymore.
I believe it's going to be Fitzpatrick.
I think Fitzpatrick right now.
Yeah.
I think Haskins just got into the wrong situation. I
want to touch on that.
I think Washington was smart. I do think.
I'm sorry, Cap was too excited to comment on it.
I want to touch on that. Go ahead.
I think Washington was smart for taking him. He was there. He was at the time. Everybody was like, "Hey, if they don't take Haskins, something's fucking wrong with them." They had to. Like the pressure was on them, and they had to. I think that was the wrong situation. I think for Haskins, I think that Pittsburgh situation is going to be great for him because he has Big Ben, who is a quarterback like him, to learn from. I don't know if he's going to be Pittsburgh's answer for the future, but I feel like if anything happens with Ben where he goes down, I think Haskins is definitely he's going to be better than what he was in Washington. But I feel like outside of Washington right now, we have 3 of the best young quarterbacks in the league. Hurt, Dak, and Daniel Jones in our division.
Hold on, wait. I thought you were talking about just like team-wise. You're considering Daniel Jones one of the what? We said one of the what?
I said we have 3 of the best quarterbacks in the league right now in our division. Our division think about every division in their quarterbacks, right?
I'm sorry, Cap. I know you're a Giants fan.
So hold on.
Bullshit.
You're considering Daniel Jones one of the great quarterbacks of.
What division can give you 3 of 4? What division has 3 out of 4, or even 4 of 4 great quarterbacks?
Let me do my homework. I'm answering you. Give me 1 second, because I refuse
Not really
to.
many.
Well, no, actually, the AFC East, because
The
I'm
NFC
getting there.
West, the NFC West is really the only other.
I was
And
thinking AFC
Stafford having Stafford, Russell Wilson, and
now.
Yeah.
San Francisco has San Francisco.
San Francisco. Jimmy G went to the Super Bowl, so I'm not disrespecting him.
I'm about to say, I'm gonna be
And
honest with you. Jimmy G is no slouch. I've liked him since I've seen him in New England.
And not to mention, because we still have to think of Kyler Murray is a bad man, and he's just not ready yet. But he's
Time out.
He's getting there.
Because this is on topic, and we've been talking about running backs just a second ago. Please answer me why the NFL just posted 11 hours ago. Dak Prescott, Ezekiel Elliott is in the best shape of his life.
Liar.
Apparently, my man's been on Jenny Craig. Continue.
I don't know, man. I think Dak Prescott was working crazy to get back, though.
I'm not gonna say he wasn't. Who wouldn't want to do that? But at the same time,
I'm gonna say, yo.
At this point, I think that it's going to be interesting because he got his money, but he's also coming off of an injury.
Have they announced the Hard Knocks team yet?
That's the only teams that haven't won the Super Bowl, right?
Oh, and that didn't make the playoffs the year before is what it's supposed to be. And it's either didn't make the playoffs before and hasn't been on Hard Knocks in yet. And that's what it is.
Who has an interesting story that
the New York Giants is the only team, honestly, that is compelling enough.
Usually with Hard Knocks is whoever has an interesting story to follow.
I was about to say, to be honest with you,
I'm trying to think. Seattle.
Who's the guest?
Seattle has a good story.
You said who now?
I'd love to see a Hard Knocks on Seattle.
They just did the Dolphins,
right? They're automatically disqualified when you make the playoffs. So if anybody who hasn't made the playoffs,
didn't they just do the Dolphins, or was it this?
They did the Dolphins when Chad got kicked out.
The last time they did the Dolphins was Chad.
The Dolphins Lozada ruined his life, but I will say, I think the Giants are the only team that I can think of, and I don't want them to be on Hard Knocks. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't want the ins and outs of the New York Giants.
Usually they don't announce who's on Hard Knocks until June-ish, July. June.
Like I would say, like right now, no. I
would Hold up. Hard Knocks teams in 2021: Cowboys, Jaguars among compelling candidates. Please put the Cowboys on Hard Knocks.
No,
you know what's crazy? They have not been on Hard Knocks. They were season 1 of Hard Knocks.
Yeah,
I want to see Jerry Jones. I want to see Jerry Jones pop his shit like Birdman. Please put them on Hard Knocks so I can see Jerry Jones go in there, be big boss, tell the boys to stay in their place, stand up for the national anthem, stop disrespecting the star, go out there and try to win the FC East, and when they don't make it, we can celebrate.
So I don't know what list you were just looking at, but the one I have that are the 5 that they said that the 5 teams that should be in the top 5 is the Arizona Cardinals. I would love to see that.
I think they should be.
This is from February 2021, so this might be a little dated. February 24th, 2021.
I got February 26th, 2021.
I think at the end of the day, I think
the Giants are on this list.
And look, and just so y'all know, I'm not bullshitting. This is the official NFL website here that we're looking at.
I think it should be the Jaguars. I think
the Jaguars have the best.
I'm gonna be honest with you, dog. Just because I tune into sports so much, I'm tired of hearing about the Jaguars.
No.
I felt like
I agree.
They haven't been on Hard Knocks. I feel like we've been following the Jaguars ever since Garner
Minshew element made this show what it's going to be.
If you want to be real, there's only 2 teams that I think should be on Hard Knocks, and that's either Dallas or the Jaguars.
I would say Dallas.
If you look at their stories, if you just look at the stories that they have, you got Dak coming off of it. You got new draft picks. I think Dallas is a great one, but the Jaguars is even better. You got now Tim Tebow coming in. You got a new head. You have a new
Tim Tebow made the Jaguars forget they had the number 1 draft pick.
Thank you.
How do you do that?
I think the Jaguars actually might even.
Poor Trevor Lawrence. He should ask for a trade tonight.
Even though they're not on.
They got him as a tight end.
Yeah,
He's not a quarterback. He's a tight end.
he's a tight end.
Shame
Trevor
on them.
Lawrence is the story in Jacksonville, and we're selling out Tebow jerseys.
Urban Meyer is their head coach.
I agree with you. Let's go to
Urban
Dallas
Meyer.
then. I said let's go to Dallas. You know, I want to see Dallas get. You know, I'm sorry. I want to see Dallas put up on a pedestal so high.
I think Jared.
And you know why that's going to be bad?
Jared
Because
would love
Dallas is
Jared
really
would
going to be
love-
feeling themselves if they get on Hard Knocks. They're
Yeah,
really going to be feeling themselves.
But they're not going to the playoffs.
Telling you, HBO is going to make a story so good. Bruh, they made me believe that the Chargers were going to the Super Bowl when I watched them. It was a hell of a story. They're gonna Hollywood this thing
I
up.
like how I did like how last season they did the 2-team COVID thing.
I like that, but we
I
don't.
like-
I don't.
Dog, look,
other
you know
than
what?
the Jets and Giants, there's not too many other teams that share a stadium.
Let me
Yeah.
tell you something. I understand how they made you believe the Chargers were going to win, but Disney also made Robert Downey Jr. look tall.
Bullshit.
That's all I'm saying. They had this man standing on all types of stools and on all types of hills to get the shots that they wanted. I ain't worried about shots. I'm worried about training camp, and those are shots that I need. I'm trying to see what they do on the field for real. Preseason is going to be the real test. I'm going to be locked in like Pooh Shiesty coming out of a club.
So
I'm going to be locked in.
So I'm looking at the qualifications.
Sorry.
I'm looking at the qualifications.
Too
right?
soon.
You're on mute,
And
Cap.
The Jaguars. As I'm looking at the qualifications, the Jaguars would not make it because they have a rookie head coach.
Oh, but that's perfect. I would love to see what pressure they're really
And-
putting Urban Meyer in.
And they must have missed the playoffs the last 2 seasons. And they
Oh,
can't
It's
appear,
Dallas. It's Dallas.
and,
It's
and,
Dallas.
and they can't appear more than one.
VHS tapes.
It's
Hey,
Dallas.
look.
It's
As far as those VCRs that you used to watch them on,
Look, you said the qualification there to miss the playoffs in the last 2 years. The Jaguars haven't been since 17.
but they have a rookie head coach.
they have a rookie head coach.
Okay, yes, okay. Nah, I apologize.
Hold on,
But-
but Dallas didn't make it last year, but they did make it the year before, right?
Who? No, wasn't Philly the NFC East champion the year before?
I'm trying to remember. So it might have been 2 seasons there.
Because no, Dallas. Nobody's repeated, so I know it wasn't Dallas though.
It wasn't.
Okay.
But I said we've had the most alternating. Actually, it might have been Washington.
That's why the NFC
No,
East is the best
Washington won
division in
last
sports.
year. Washington won.
Washington won in 2020. Philly won in 2019, though, right?
Yeah, remember we didn't want to win, but we won.
You said who won in 2019, Cap?
Somebody. No, that's not true. Oh no, I forgot. No, yeah, because it was alternate. Yeah.
But the Broncos, Giants, and Panthers have never been on Hard Knocks.
Well, you know what?
I think that's why they're gonna end up putting us on there because
The Giants and the Panthers have a better story with the new quarterback,
Sam Darnold.
but they also have a rookie head coach, right?
No, Matt Rule's second year.
Oh,
It's Matt Rule's second
there
year.
you go. I think. Well, hold on. When was the last time the Panthers made the playoffs?
What hasn't been 2 years?
Cam's last year, like 3. No, the year before Cam's last year.
Okay, so
Because remember when he blew it in the playoffs, everybody thought that he was done that year, and
The
it was like he's
Panthers also
definitely
have
not
a great-
re-signing.
then I think the Panthers have.
Cam's
a good-
gonna have a reemergence. I tell you that. I guarantee you this.
I think so too.
Cam's gonna have a reemergence. The best thing that happened to him is the 17th game.
Hey, you remember who said that last year when everybody said that the New England Patriots were trash, and I was just saying that Bill Belichick had never had a Russian quarterback, and that he needed a year to get things underway. Fuck it. Prophet don't know.
Well,
Keep going.
I'm gonna say this: Bill's not the guy to coach a mobile quarterback.
I don't believe
Bill
that.
needs a
It's not
pocket
about
passer.
Bill. It's the offensive coordinator, and who's the offensive?
Boom. Bill gets the
McDaniel?
game plan.
So it's a better fit for McDaniels, is what you're saying.
I'm gonna be honest. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Sean McDaniels is why do you think he stayed, and why do you think we didn't hire him in Philly after he did the
man who
Colts
was
jersey?
Joshua.
Time out. After the Colts said that they were going to hire Josh McDaniels, and Josh McDaniels got his whole staff to go to the Colts and then backed out, making them go to Frank Wright and take the only good thing that we had after the Super Bowl. No, sorry. Sorry. Josh McDaniels needs to stay in New England. He's going to stay under Bill Belichick.
If he's
he knows
smart,
he knows once Bill Belichick leaves, that's his team.
Yep, there we go.
And he's going to inherit everything that he has. To me,
Bill Belichick's going to be like Al Davis. He has to die. And that's the only way that Bill's going to
No, it's not. He's going to go out like he's going to go out like his mentor, Bill Parcells. Because he beat Bill Parcells. Bill did not. No. But you want to know why? Because his time had passed. The mantle had already been given to Belichick.
But what I'm saying, when he went to Dallas, that was horrible. Let's be real. When Parcells went to
that's because
when Jordan went to the Wizards, it was terrible.
It wasn't horrible. It wasn't horrible.
He went to he had a winning record every year, and that was the thing. You can't. There's a time that leadership can you can't transpose leadership to bad talent, and that's what it was. So
I'll give you that.
But I give Belichick as long as he's healthy, 2, maybe 3 seasons before he's done.
He's done after 2021.
Yeah,
he's
done
after this year.
I give him 2. If he wins the Super Bowl, it may be less.
He's not winning the Super Bowl, and he's not winning his division.
It's a big if, but I'm telling you, if let's say hypothetically speaking, let's throw a hypothetical out there, right? New England goes out there, they crush, they kill, they do what they need to do, they make it to the playoffs. Let's say they get to the Super Bowl, they beat Tampa Bay or whatever, not Tampa Bay. They beat Tampa Bay, they get the motherfucking Super Bowl. He's leaving on that note.
He should.
He's gonna be hard pressed because he has a tough division for him.
He's stuck at the time. Pause. So I had to pause that.
We're talking about the guy who let his dog sit on camera for draft day.
That was funny.
Don't they play the Bucks this year?
Yes, I believe they do.
I think it's week 8 if I'm not mistaken.
It is. They do. I know they for sure have a game this year because they were talking about it.
The Suns have advanced to the Western Conference Finals.
I was just about to say, with a clean 4-0.
You said who?
A clean 4-0.
The Suns are in the final. They swept the Nuggets just now. Nikola Jokic needs to ask for a trade tonight. He just needs to get out of there.
Come to Miami. Jokic. Come to South Beach.
Him getting ejected in the game was that was stupid.
I think he did it on purpose. He was frustrated.
But my thing is this. But my thing is this, Keys. Whether he got ejected this game or not, what happened on the other games? He's the only player out there in the jersey.
32-10 and 10. 32-20 and 10 on Friday night. He did what he needed to do. His team didn't show up.
Yep.
And I appreciate it. He just came out to give congratulations. So,
look, that sounds like an endorsement for Jokic to go to Miami. That's all I'm saying.
Man, you want everybody.
Can he fit? No, that's the thing. Can he fit?
Hold on.
We're talking about. Wait, hold on. We're talking about Eric Spoelstra, and we're talking about Pat Riley. When it comes to Miami,
it was good then, and it's sure in hell still good now.
But I do remember about 2 shows ago,
actually,
you did say you were looking for a true 5. Is Nikola Jokic a true 5?
He's a good enough 5 to me.
Now you
we don't want true no more. Good enough is okay. We don't want true.
No.
Whoa. I'm not moving the goalposts because guess what? Last show we also said it starts in college, right or wrong. Any of these young men in college? No, they're not. So right now you got to work with what you got. And right now, what other options do we have at a good 5 other than Jokic?
Oh no, I didn't say you need to draft. I never say you need to draft. You don't need to.
But can we get him right now?
No.
Exactly.
Especially if Utah figures it out and wins this series.
Exactly. So to my point, what greater candidate do we have to come into the 5 and operate the way we need to? Because even though he may not be a true 5, if Jokic was on our team, we beat Milwaukee. I'll put money on that.
Y'all know he's not a free agent.
Oh, hands down. You guys would have beat him 1,000 points. No question.
He's not a free agent, right?
He's not a free agent.
He can ask for a trade,
though. The way his team played, he can force his way out of it.
Hold on. My man Matthew said you can have Porzingis. I'll take him. Shit. Wow. I'll take him.
Hey, look,
I'm walking off the set. I got it.
I'll take him. Look, look.
Y'all
What you
know
don't
how I feel
understand.
about Porzingis. I'm walking up the same.
Look, all I have to say is this, right? Even if we don't take hey, my man said that's his Byron Maxwell. I get it. So look, the way I feel about my man, as I call him, Ginger Snaps. The way I feel about him, dog, we can take him. He may not be dominant. He may not be dominant.
I'm gonna
but
tell
he's
you,
a great role player, and at the minimum, he'll make a great trade package.
I'm
Pat
gonna be
Riley's
honest.
go.
I think Porzingis' problem was in New York. He had no leadership. In Dallas, there's no true leadership. Even though Luka's great, don't get me wrong, but Luka's young. Luka's still young. He's still trying to find his own.
You know what?
A great veteran. I mean, Miami might be that situation. I think if Dallas is smart, you don't let Porzingis go. You keep him. You don't break any of that team up.
I agree. I mean, I agree with you on that one. But if they do let him go, I mean,
that's kind of the next two topics I kind of wanted to get into real quick. One was kind of going back to Portland a little bit. Do you break that Portland team up now?
Nurkic looks like he want to go. Nurkic is gone. He's frustrated. He's pissed. He's upset. He doesn't want to be there.
I think Dame and Nurkic, and it's crazy because I think Dame is getting there. Dame's been there his whole career with nothing.
I think Dame has the same problem that Derek Carr does. He's been there too long. He got to go somewhere else.
But at the same time, Portland's going to ask for everything in a trade.
Absolutely. But the thing is this. What team is trying to win now? That comes back to that question you had.
Yeah. Because, I mean,
you know what I'm saying?
It's like the James.
Because my thing is this. Can you imagine
leaving James Harden leaving Houston? It's like it's worth it to give up a lot to get him because you're gonna get there with him. He's tired. If you have let's say a Suns team, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let's say they luck up and they give up whatever. Now you got they're able to keep Devin Booker and Chris Paul, right? And let's say they're able to keep Devin Booker, Chris Paul, and Ayton, hypothetically. You add Dame to that team they got, dangerous. Let's look at the Lakers. You add Dame to AD and LeBron. Because every outside of AD and LeBron, to get Dame, the rest of the team can go. So look, let me just position this right. I can sign about 7 veteran minimum players, and BI. I can sign 7 to 10 1 year, $2 million contracts, just $750,000 contracts just to get some bodies in here. I just need you to play some defense. Don't even score. Shit.
Let me ask you this.
Pass me the ball.
Hypothetically speaking, right? Let's say that Kawhi don't go back to the Clippers. Pat Riley make an offer for him. I think that he comes to Miami, right? I'm just saying that because I'm a Miami fan. This is my bias. We trade.
I got a question for that. Go ahead.
We trade Achua. I would honestly Achua, and I would say Tyler Hero, and my Achua, Tyler Hero, and we get your boy Jokic.
So my question, right? You get Claw. Does Claw work with what's his name?
Jimmy?
Yeah.
Yeah, because Jimmy knows he can't do it by himself now. He don't have enough help to do it right now.
With Jimmy's attitude, and Jimmy's a dog. Don't get me wrong. Well, you know what? Actually, that does work because
makes sense to me.
Kawhi is a quiet dog. He's a quiet dog. He doesn't bark. And that's good. He doesn't bark, but he's mean as hell. He's one of them dogs you walk by in the yard.
Let me tell you something.
And he looks at you. And you
saw the last dance, right?
I get it.
When Jordan and Kerr were out there balling, Kerr said, what did it take for him to gain MJ's respect? Alphas respect alphas, dog.
Yeah.
Period.
I like
And
that.
I feel like you get Kawhi in the Heat culture, and you get, like I said, and then you go out there and make a move to get a real five. Like I said, I'll give you Achua, I'll give you Tyler Hero.
How many years was? Because we're talking about the trade. It would have to be a trade because
Absolutely.
Kawhi's contract was 4 years, right?
I believe he's a free agent after this year, right?
I thought it was a 4 year because I swear
Hold on.
Kawhi and PG contracts were about the same amount of years, not money.
Hold on,
but at least
I'm gonna look this up. Hold on, Kawhi.
At this point, after 2 seasons, do you give up on what you came to the Clippers to do after 2 seasons?
He gave up on Toronto after one, and they won a ring.
No, he didn't want to go to Toronto. Toronto was a trade though. He got traded to Toronto.
But the whole point is this:
He
you got traded to
wanted-
Toronto. You got traded to Toronto and became a champion. If he stayed in Toronto, would they have the? Just saying.
If I don't want to,
It was 3 years. It was a 3 year
3?
contract.
Okay.
Yeah.
So he does have one left. So now, if we have this discussion after next season, I agree with you. I think he walks away. If in this third season, they at least don't get to the Western Conference Championship this season or next, he walks away. The rest of the team, he walks away and he might come across the street. Let's be honest. He might come across the street.
Here we go.
He is. I don't think he is though. That was the whole point of going to the
Cap, where you at?
That was the whole
Please
point
get it on this.
That was the whole point of going to the Clippers, though. That was the whole point of him and PG.
Right, I
going
feel
to
you.
The Clippers was they didn't want to go across the street. So, okay, I think if it doesn't work this season, this is year 2. I think if they don't make it this year, and if they don't make it next year, I think he leaves. I don't know where he goes. He might go back out east. But the East is so strong. I don't know. If I'm a strong-minded player, and it's all about the mind, I go out east,
Right?
Because that's tougher. It's tougher out east. If you want that easy walk, it might be time to team up with some better people. PG is No, I know the question. Okay.
I'm still here. My bad. I'm still here.
Oh.
I'm still here. My bad.
So the better question is, after year 2, right? We're talking about this year. For year 3, do we recruit a point guard? Because that's what they need. They either need a point guard or a big man. Do we recruit a point guard or a big man to come to the Clippers?
You said a what or a big man?
A point guard or a big man. I think they need a floor general. I
say they need a point guard.
That's what Ron.
And I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna say this, and this might be crazy. I think they need somebody like a D Rose, a veteran point that can come in there and really direct traffic.
I agree.
That's where I see it at.
Okay.
Who else do you think would be a good fit? Let me ask you that. I'm still here. I'm gonna just give me 1 second.
No, go ahead. A good fit at point guard. I think. Oh man, it's tough because you could put Dame. You could honestly say if the Portland situation doesn't work out, Dame comes over to the Clippers. I think Rondo's getting to that age. Kyle Lowry. Kyle Lowry, actually, that could work.
Kyle Lowry?
Matt said that in the comments.
Gotcha. I'm gonna put it up.
Let's talk about that too. Good. Hey, thank you, Matt. Kyle Lowry.
Hey, yo, time out. Shout out to Matt, rocking with us the whole night, hitting this bitch, setting it up with us.
Shout out to that Shoe City, man. Shout out to them Shoe City boys, man.
All I'm saying is this, man. Hey, yo, Matt, when you get a camera, We have no problem with you chiming in from time to time.
Hey, yeah, bro, I gotta bring.
Let us know.
I definitely gotta bring you on the show. Definitely.
Come and get in on the smoke, man. We all with it. Cloth talk.
But I like that though. Kyle Lowry is that his? He didn't sign a new contract with Toronto, did he?
I can find out. I don't know.
I don't think he did. I think Kyle Lowry has run his course. We've been thought
absolutely,
I think
100%
with Toronto, and I think Kyle Lowry coming to the Clippers would be big.
I'm gonna be honest. I think Kyle Lowry should have been gone before DeRozan. It's just me.
I think Kyle Lowry going anywhere is big. Let's be real. The Lakers are on his list. I remember seeing that.
Of course.
The Clippers.
Who doesn't want to play with LeBron?
I mean, it was even before LeBron. I think it's the Lakers though. You got to remember it's the prestige and the allure of being in LA. So it's the same as playing for the Knicks, same as playing for the Celtics.
Shit. I'm sorry. March 23rd. Let me see if this is the most recent. I'm still looking. I see something in here from Bleacher Report. I'm gonna check that. But as of March 23rd, this is the top one that I see. Kyle Lowry negotiating next contract with Raptors, Heat, 76ers. And that was in March.
I'm looking at it right now. So how recent is this?
This was March. I'm seeing that report. So yeah, he hasn't signed anything new from what I'm seeing.
I'm about to say, yeah, I see the one you're talking about, the March 23rd.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe he is a free agent. I think it was just 1 year.
Yeah, it was. He had a 1 year contract. He hasn't re-signed anything.
It was a 1 year in 2019. He signed.
It don't sound like he want to go to Portland, but I'm telling you, if he come to Miami, I'll give them Kendrick Nunn for Kyle Lowry.
Yeah, it was a 1 year, $31 million extension because I think 2020 was his last year. Hold on. This is October of 2019. So this 2021 season was the extension year then. I don't know.
Just said 1 year. What I'm looking at says 1 year contract.
Yeah, it was a 1 year, $31 million contract extension. After
2021, he's an unrestricted free agent.
So they won the title. That next season was his last contract year. That next year, which would have been 1920 was supposed to be his last year.
Yikes, his base salary. His base
2021
salary for 2020 to the 2021 year was $30 million. Jesus.
Yeah, so that's what it was.
500,000 in incentives. So the cap hit for that was $30,500,000.
So that was the extension. So this is how Kyle Lowry's. He's a free agent this year, regardless. This upcoming season, he's a free agent. He's on the market. As a matter of fact, I can look up upcoming free agents. While I'm looking up that, let's go back to the coaching carousel one more time. Have your with everybody losing, potential new jobs popping up, do you still feel Jason Kidd to Boston is the move? Or do you think he stays in LA because he sees something there?
It's interesting because when he first got to LA, I felt like he was a caveat, like they waited for the head coach to fail to kind of move him up. I think that it's in his best interest to stay in LA because if LA doesn't find success, I believe that the job is his. He can go to Boston, and I think Boston will give him what he's looking for now, but in the long run, he won't get what he wants. And what I mean by that is I don't see him being a championship coach in Boston. LA gives him that room, and it gives him the potential to not only get it, but it's if he does his homework and makes the right moves, it's a guarantee. But it's all about how you play the situation. But of course, that requires them making decisions in the coaching position at LA, which I think that'll take another season to do.
So actually, I'm looking at this list of upcoming free agents, right? The top 2 up here have player options, which is interesting. And when you hear these 2 names and see that they have player options, and one person has a club option, he's in the top 10, but he has a club option. Is very interesting for you guys in Miami. But Chris Paul and Kawhi Leonard have player options. That is very interesting for this 3rd season now for Kawhi, because if they lose, he could opt out and leave.
And that's what they're talking about, him coming to Miami.
I think Chris Paul opts in. I don't think he opts
Absolutely.
out unless something is unless the only way Chris Paul opts out is if LeBron, who is his best friend / brother, and this is best being honest, and you know this, gets in his ear and honestly is like, hey, bro, I need you. I need somebody I can keep you healthy. I need somebody that's gonna honestly facilitate to me and AD. We need a guard. You wanted to come to LA with Kobe. It didn't happen. I can bring you to LA now. That's the only way I see that happening outside of him really believing in the Suns.
If they get a chip, he ain't going nowhere.
Yeah, no. That's the part I was just getting at.
That's off top. And they're right now. They're in the process of getting there. I mean,
getting there, not getting it.
I'm excited for Chris Paul as a Heat fan because I feel like this is it's long overdue. It's long overdue. And I don't say that to be funny, but it's like I look at the amount of chips that Steph got. Steph has made his mark in the NBA. But I don't want Chris Paul to be a Charles Barkley.
I'm gonna be real. The next couple names on this list are amazing. We got Mike Conley.
I see that. Josh Collins on there too.
Kyle Lowry, DeMar DeRozan, Otto Porter Jr., Victor Oladipo. All of these are unrestricted free agents at that. Goran Dragic was one I was getting at for you guys. He has a club option. Do you think you guys pick that up?
Absolutely. If we don't, and the only reason why I say that is because at this moment, I don't think that we're going to keep Oladipo. I think that that's going to be a move that we make, and I don't think we believe in Kendrick Nunn solid enough to get rid of Dragic with the amount of production he's putting up. Because even though he's a veteran player and he may not be, the star player on the team, the effort that he puts up is it's crazy. Now I do see that your boy Andre Drummond on there too.
I was about to say I see he's on there. Well, we already knew he was on there. We only signed him for 1 year. They're interested in bringing him back. The team is.
Hey,
so it's not
Duncan Robinson's a restricted free agent too.
Yep. Kelly Oubre, Justice Winslow could be coming back. He also is he has a.
I don't know if I want him though.
I think that's a club option. I don't see them. I don't think they re-signed him. I think they let him go. Kelly Olynyk, Trevor Ariza, Patty Mills, Tony Snell, Spencer Dinwiddie,
Hardaway Jr. He on there too.
Josh Richardson, Norman Powell, Serge Ibaka, Montrezl Harrell's on there, Lonzo Ball. Now that is an interesting name.
Whoa, that is an interesting name.
But he's a restricted free agent. But he's on this list.
Hey, my man Lemon Pepper's on there too. Shout out to Gold.
I seen Lou Will right under that. I think Lonzo Ball is an interesting name.
Hey, can I tell you something?
He's gonna get some suitors.
Wouldn't it be crazy if Josh Richardson ended up coming back to Miami?
It would. I think that'd be dope for y'all. And
it would be. I'm gonna be honest. I like Josh Richardson, but I think it would be.
Lonzo goes to Charlotte.
Ooh.
Him and his brother at guard, one at point, one at shooting.
I'm gonna be honest with you. They playoff bound. Playoff bound.
What if they talk? Charlotte?
Yo, time out.
Let's be funny for a second. What if they talk them into bringing the third brother in? They play great together. They play great together. Let's keep it 100.
Can I ask you
Three
something?
of them together play amazing.
Can I ask you something?
Go ahead. What if
The
he comes back
irony.
to LA?
I got a bigger question. What's the irony if we paid Hassan Whiteside what he didn't get in Miami to come back to South Beach?
I think it's about his mindset.
I think that's done. I think he was too young because he had issues on the practice squad in Sacramento. 'Cause remember,
that's
we
what-
got him from Sacramento's practice squad first, and when he balled out for us, they took him back.
Yep.
I think that those issues are done, and I don't think that the same people that were in Miami
I
are there
think-
that he had an issue with.
When it comes
Who-
to a player, right?
Who are we paying?
I think when it comes to a player, they get humbled when they go to a new team. He was great with Portland. I ain't gonna say great. He was very good with Portland. I think he was upset Portland didn't re-sign him, so he went to Sacramento just to sign with somebody and get a check. I ain't mad at him. Think about when he left Miami and went to Portland. He bought a whole new house. He
Balled out.
He balled the fuck out money wise. He got a new house, because he just knew Portland was gonna be his new home. And then Portland said, nah, we good. And he went out to Sacramento. I think sometimes it's the system, but I don't know, man. I like Hassan. I actually do.
I do too.
Whiteside.
But if we don't get him,
He's a great
If
young
we-
big man.
some honorable mentions. If we don't get him,
Uh-huh.
DeMarcus Cousins,
I
Dwight
Cousins.
Howard,
I like Cousins. I like
Zach
Howard.
Collins, Boban,
Robin Lopez.
Robin Lopez. Blake is actually a free agent after this year. And even though he's a power forward, I wouldn't be mad if he came to Miami.
Nerlens Noel.
JaVale McGee.
Daniel Theis.
I did see that as well. My man Theis.
Enos Cancer.
Yeah.
Ed Davis.
And mind you, I'm just looking at fives.
Yeah, that's what I'm going through now. Frank Kaminsky. Well, is Kaminsky a 5 or is he a 4? He's more like a 3-4, but
I was gonna say I would consider him more of a 4 than a 5.
yeah, JaVale McGee, Willie Cauley Stein. I like him. I actually like Willie.
Oh, hold on 1 second. 1 second. My man's back. Bam.
What y'all know good now?
My bad. I was over here talking about these fives in the free agency one's possibly coming to Miami.
So we're
And I was
looking at
saying,
we're looking at the free agent list basically, and we're looking at landing spots. So the
Right.
top three that we saw was Chris Paul and Kawhi have player options with their teams.
Okay.
I think what we were saying was with Kawhi, before we saw the list, we were saying after next season. Now knowing he has a player option, I think depending
And who-
on where they Kawhi Leonard.
Yeah, he's out of here. He's out of
I
there.
think depending on how they finish this season, championship or not, I think it depends on where they finish this season. Depends on that player option for him.
Mhm.
But also, before he accepts or denies that player option, he honestly could talk to somebody and like, hey, I need you. I need you to come in. Is Chris Paul that now? Let's go back to Chris Paul.
Right.
There's 3 landing spots for Chris Paul. There's going back to the Clippers. Of course, there's coming to LA. There's coming to the Lakers because him and LeBron are like this.
Mhm.
And honestly, you put Chris Paul, even at his age, LeBron and AD together, that's an amazing 3. Or
Bullshit.
don't nobody
Or-
need that shit.
or him staying with the Suns because they're in the Western Conference Finals.
I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this about Chris Paul. The issue really with Chris Paul is the price tag. $44 million as far as your player option is a lot of money to invest in a then 37-year-old point guard.
But he has a player, not a club. He has a player option. So if he opts in, he getting his money.
I can't see myself saying, "Hey, let's go ahead." And right now he's already well worth the $41 million that he's getting right now because he got them to the Western Conference Finals, and they were dead in the water. They were 9th last year, and they got to the Western Conference Finals.
All
But
facts.
Yeah.
the rumblings from the insiders that I follow, he's heading to Manhattan. If he gets the opportunity, he's heading to Manhattan.
It always ends in New York with Cap. It always ends in New York with Cap.
I'm not capping this time. I'm not capping.
It always.
I'm not capping, but I got a problem with that. $44 million does not get you a future. I don't think the Knicks are in that much of a window. $44 million is a lot of paper. Man. That's a lot of bread to invest in a 37-year-old. When yes, the Knicks I believe are going to have a decent amount of cap space, but $44 million.
Let's go back to Chris Paul.
Oh my bad. Hold on a second. That's playback.
But I'm saying here, $44 million is a lot of money, and that the thing is, we gotta think the Suns is going to be his best bet as far as getting that. But I think obviously if he leaves, he's going to probably want to match that. That's just what it is.
So the other conversation that we were
Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second, Smashes. Let me respond to my guy real quick. You know what? I have something special for you when you said that you wanted to go to Manhattan. I just want you to understand. Hold on. Give me 1 second. I'm going to run that for you. Hot and fresh off the press.
Really? Let's go to Manhattan, man. What happens? I want y'all to refer to this episode.
Hey,
when it happens, I want you to refer to this episode. But I will say,
Cap. Look, I smell Cap. All pun intended. Continue.
I don't think it's just the right move for the Knicks as a fan and just a person of basketball. Can he make the Knicks better? Yes, he makes everybody better.
Yeah, hell yeah, they need a guard. You guys need a guard. Y'all need a leader. That's what you're missing.
I will say that don't, because guard is not hard to find with the Knicks. Leader is hard to find because you got a bunch of. We had a good season, but it was nobody that took the reins and said, "Hey, little, you can't do this."
I'm gonna be honest with you though, bro. That name that Matt said right there, that's gonna be the most coveted free agent.
Yeah, Philly's gonna have their hands all over him though. Are you kidding? Philly's gonna have their hands all over Kyle Lowry. They're gonna move heaven and earth to make sure he plays with Ben and Embiid.
He's coming out west.
He needs to go out west, but
I don't know to who.
Philly is gonna move heaven and earth.
Two teams
to
in the West.
Get him.
There's two teams in the West, and both of them are in LA. They could use him at guard, and I don't know which situation would be better. To be honest, it depends on who he wants to play with and what. Because I mean, if you want to be real. The Clippers might have more pieces. And
DeRozan is out at the end of this year as well, so they're gonna think about moving. So Kyle Lowry might go wherever DeRozan goes, so they can reunite. But that's
I wouldn't do it. Nope, wouldn't do it. No.
But I will say, when looking at it, Mike Conley is the only other point guard that is going to be a free agent and makes sense as far as
Victor Oladipo. If Victor, it's all so okay.
I can't trust Depot.
Yeah, it's Depot. It's the injury. It's the injury.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah, man, he about as good as Choose Boy right now.
But I think I do think bring back well, let's talk about it. Do you guys think Boston is going to bring back Evan Fournier? Should they?
Yes, they should. But will they? No. I believe right now, whoever their head coach is, they're going to go whatever direction that is, and I don't think they're going to make any moves until.
Jason Kidd.
It shouldn't be, but I think Jason Kidd is trying to get Frank Vogel fired.
That's what I'm saying. I just said that.
Frank Vogel is trying to get Frank Vogel fired. Shit.
Cap, I just said that I don't think that Jason Kidd is going to leave because he's waiting for the head coach to get fired so he can take over the reins. I think that's what he was put in that position for in the first place.
And that's true. That's the other part. He was put there because they hired Frank Vogel because at the moment and at the time, he was the best coaching option, to be honest. But they also brought in Jason Kidd, like you said, was because, hey, Frank Vogel's cool, but, you know,
Frank Vogel is the best coach on his team.
just in case.
At all.
It's Ron Isley. Ron Isley, a.k.a. Lionel Hollins, the best coach on that team.
Let's be real. Hey, man. But I think they're bringing back.
You see Lionel Hollins and Ron Isley in the same room yet? No, you haven't.
I'm gonna keep going.
Go ahead.
Dennis Schroeder's coming back to LA. I think they.
I don't think so. I disagree.
You don't think so?
It was the way his year went. I think his year didn't go the way that he wanted to. The Lakers really didn't get what they wanted. Him and Trez, for that matter. So I think Trez is going too. I think Trez is going to end up in Miami. I'm gonna speak that into some real existence. I like
that. I actually like that move.
I think Trez and Jimmy Butler can do something, and I don't know why. I think him, Bam, and Trez can really get the motors running in Miami for real. I think if we're real talk having that discussion.
I'm gonna tell you somebody else that's a good point guard, and I've been a fan of him for a while on the low. Patty Mills. I like Patty Mills.
He's not a number one.
He could be.
The right team around him, maybe. But I think Patty Mills is excellent, but I don't think he's like that guy that I'm gonna put in because I'm sure they're gonna go to back to 82 games next year. I don't know yet if I'm going to put Patty Mills as a number one, or I'm going to risk a lot for him.
You know who finally comes to LA who should have years ago? Dante Exum. Let's talk about it. I know a lot about him. I ain't going to talk too much. Dante Exum, because he's a unrestricted free agent. Dante Exum is a name that's going to end up in LA. He wanted to come there when he got drafted anyway.
I don't have much to say about Exum. I was actually going to ask a related question to competition, non-related to the NBA.
Okay.
Because this is coming up here shortly, and I feel like this is something we need to touch on before we do close. Eve versus Trina.
I'm
feel like we need to talk about
I'm again sitting off fast.
Okay,
like
so I'm gonna go first. I'm gonna go first and say I ain't watching that shit.
I second that.
And I'm gonna tell you why. First off,
yeah, I love.
I mean, they cool, but who the fuck really listen to their goddamn music?
So,
who the fuck want to sit through a verses of Trina outside of once you play like the first booty shaking from Trina?
Let me give you what it's gonna be. Let me tell you what it's gonna be. It's gonna be 5 rounds of bangers, and then it's gonna be on one side some man-hating music, and the other side is gonna be some Miami house music where women just take their shoes off in the club. That's who Trina make music for. Women who take shoes off in the club.
Whoa. But y'all forgot Slip and Slide was banging back then. She's got Trick Daddy features for days. She's got the Ludacris feature. Be all right.
Sir.
She said, wait. How many times you been in the club, Sean Keys, and the girls told you look back at it? Let me know.
With their shoes off in the nasty club. Trina make music for women with steak hair weave. That's a fact. You know it's a fact.
How many times did you leave out the club and you look like you were wearing the same slacks as Choose Boy? How often?
I want to know the
What is wrong with you?
How often did you jump onto the dance floor when a Trina song was on and you look like Colin Green falling from the 20th floor? Tell me.
I'm off the subject.
No, only time I jumped on the Trina song when I was back then was Pull Over That Ass Is Too Fat. If it won't that,
That's the only one? That's the only one?
That's the only one.
Bullshit.
I'm sorry. I call bullshit.
Hold on. Let's go through the discography. It's okay. I'm going to pull it up. Trina.
That's fine. We can do it. We can do it. So time out.
We can
time out. So be all right. Want your shit with Luda?
No,
Ain't want no now with
No.
Trick Daddy. That want your shit.
but that was
Because I too wanted a watch by LaBarice LaCroix.
That
So
wasn't
yes,
her song. That wasn't her song. It was Trick. We talking about her songs.
Do verses? Do they do features or do they only do their own songs?
Hey, we're talking.
Whoa,
about
whoa. I'm only asking a question.
Fair.
I don't want to hear that. shit.
I'm only asking a question.
Because that's why it's called verses. We getting verses from these people. I'm not
Televise
saying
it.
it's going to be a bad show. It's not a matchup that I would have selected. I'm going to say
It ain't about to be Soulja
No.
Boy and Bow Wow, but yeah, I can get
Because
that.
that's now. Let's be real. Being.
I listen to
Is that
Bow
gonna
Wow.
be a good
Look,
one, though?
I listened to Bow Wow's catalog today, trying to figure out how many slaps he got. And when I tell you, I'm excited for this battle, even though I got Soulja Boy taking it.
It's gonna
Let
be
me ask you this.
fire.
Let me ask you this. Do you think this would be a fair versus Ace Hood versus Plies?
No.
Why not? And please don't say that Ace Hood don't got enough bangers. We can run him down.
I want my ass smacked. Front, back, side to side. Pussy wet.
Hey,
Everything go front, back, pussy wet. Hey, bitch, you want my kisses. Keep pissed
come
off.
on, Keys.
Y'all niggas know just too
You think Eve is gonna beat this?
Shout out to Alexa, by the way.
I don't care who wins.
You know this.
Hey, hold on, wait. You gotta pause it. I don't want John to get taken down for copyrights. Sorry.
Alexa,
When it comes to copyrights, they don't fuck with us. But
don't
Let's talk about main. Like who?
worry, we're going to get bought by Barstool next year anyway. So
I actually want to see Justin Timberlake in the verses though. I don't know verses too.
with who?
I don't
time
know,
out.
man.
You still never told me why Plies and Ace Hood want a good verses.
I don't know.
Oh, no, I don't. Plies don't have 20 songs that I'm going to bump to. And that's just what it is.
Shit.
We can Real Testament.
I'm from
I am the
Florida.
club.
I'm from Florida.
One more time. Shorty.
Tripping.
Ritz Carlton.
He
My
got a whole
rock.
album. He got what?
I'm so hood. We can keep going.
So
We got the drum.
20 verses. This is what I'm saying.
Hey, my man Matt is still in the building. If you didn't listen to Ace Hood, you don't know much about Ace. Plies was Plies and everybody knew him. But Ace and Plies, I'm telling you, the catalogs, they can go.
I fuck with Ace Hood heavy.
But we're talking about
Well,
Ace
yeah.
Hood. Hold on, guys. But we talking about. I don't know, man. I look at verses.
Cash flow, overtime, hustle hard, go get it. We can keep going. We can keep going. He got the joint Ride or Die with Trey Songz.
Hold
He
on,
got
I'm
another
counting.
joint with Trey Songz.
I'm counting. Hold on.
Okay,
1,
we can keep
2,
counting.
3, 4, 5, 6. I remember that.
Let's also remember features.
Fuck the copyright. Let's let it ride. Come on, fuck the copyright. Let's let it go.
We ain't doing this for the super chat. We're doing this for free.
Fuck the copyright. I'm letting the music rock, bro.
Hey. My man Matthew said
I ain't
he
gonna lie
liked
though. This
Ace,
was.
so he would like it.
I ain't gonna lie.
I'm just saying they both have equal catalogs. If you ask me,
I did like this though. That body to body was fine.
I didn't even count Body to Body. You know, if Chris is on it, it's guaranteed classic.
One of the most
R&B.
fire songs I've ever heard.
Huh?
I said that was one of the most fire songs, Body to Body. No doubt.
Nah, what was
Hey,
Shout out to Fire.
hey.
We're gonna let Color Money rock right now.
Fuck
Color
a
Money.
shooter. Hey yo, fuck a shooter. I'm my own shooter.
Nah, damn. We gonna play fives.
Absolutely.
They all do.
Come on, Clyde.
I'm trying to get a sponsorship. Amazon, what's happening? Alexa, what's happening?
Hey man, hit up Golden Belly. Send up some of them Lou Will Lemon Peppers with this, man.
That's the hardest prize though, boy.
You're lying.
The 100 years?
You're lying,
100 years
bro.
was the hardest prize, bro.
No, it was not.
did.
It
You
was
not from
not.
Florida. You know why, Josh? Because you're not from Florida.
No, you want to know why? Because I was out here. No. You want to know why? Smashes. You want to know why?
100 years was the hardest.
It was not.
On you.
Hey, Cap.
100 years was the hardest. Boy.
Hey, Cap. Ask me why that was not the hardest song.
Wow.
That was not the hardest song because if you was really out here on your city boy shit, like you should have been, let me get it. You should have been on this.
I know you caught me cheating and you tied me lying. I'm gonna be honest with you, babe. I know I crossed the line.
I like
you
it.
want to fuck with me no more, then cool is fine.
Hey.
So you go,
Real,
baby,
man. The real niggas felt 100 years.
No, those were the niggas who got. Look, time out. Wait, all real niggas didn't get caught.
100 years though, bro.
All real niggas didn't get caught. I'm just
Both
saying.
making valid points, though. Let's agree to disagree that you're both making valid points. Keys is correct because I know niggas was rocking that 100 years track, but you are right. Real niggas don't get caught. Agree to disagree.
Yeah.
Look, ask Kevin Samuels. We don't cheat. We explore options. That's all I'm saying, man.
That would okay. I get see. That'd be a good one.
I know you called me. Hold on, time out. Let me give you the clean version.
I got one.
I know you caught me exploring my options, and you thought I was telling you the truth, but you found out because you snuck through my phone. So you broke up a happy home because you're a modern day home wrecker. But before I pack up my stuff and leave you at home alone to buy a dog and die alone, can we fuck one more time? Give it up for Pastor Samuels.
I got one for y'all though. Who would be a great versus for DJ Khaled?
DJ Drama.
Clue.
Our minds are crazy because I was thinking Drama. I honestly was thinking Drama before Clue.
Drama got all the canon. Look at how many mixtapes he's done.
And that's why.
I'm sorry.
That's actually why is because of the songs with the mixtapes. It more than Clue.
That's like how I feel about Chris Brown. He can only go against Drake. Sorry.
Or Kanye.
No.
No. Chris Brown has more hits than Kanye.
Usher will wash that young boy up.
Because
It ain't
Chris
funny.
Brown's a singer.
Time out, Keith. Who?
Usher Raymond IV will wash that young boy up.
Hey, let me ask you something. Take Confessions out of there, but you still got Indigo Heart. Time out. Okay, wait. So look, keep Confessions in there. Indigo, Heartbreak on the Full Moon. We're not even talking about the first Chris Brown album.
But we're only talking 20 songs. It would be even, in my opinion.
You're finding 20 verses of the greatest verses.
We're not talking about.
You said 20? You said 20 songs, right?
Yeah.
Heartbreak on the Full Moon and Indigo got 40 each.
But
this
what I'm
nigga can
saying
just
is-
do one album
No.
and crush them.
Hold on. No, it's not about. So remember, verses is not, in my opinion.
It's the verses.
It's just the.
We're not talking features.
Right.
I'm just talking
Listen,
about his catalog.
Usher-
If we do
Usher-
features,
hold on.
come on, man.
Usher and Chris Brown actually would be a lot better than a lot of people realize. That shit would be song for song. That shit would be quite the fuck even.
Bullshit.
What? So 20.
Bullshit.
I repeat it. You didn't hear it the first time.
Hold on. First off, we don't know what songs Chris would pick. Just Chris.
Time out.
We don't
Just
know.
off of Chris's selection.
We never
Just
know.
off. Give me 20 for Usher. Give me 20 for Usher right now, if you can. Just 20. Just 20.
20.
20 that I would pick, or just
Because my thing is this: think about how long it takes for you to find 20 for Usher versus 20 for Chris Brown.
But what I'm saying, no, you're
Give me 20.
no, Josh. I think you're missing it. You're looking at the competition aspect, right? Which is fine. It's nothing. And we go through that when we talk about verses in our chat. I don't look at it from the competition standpoint because I'm like, damn, this shit that'll like not Chris, like
The man is known as the king of R&B currently.
like
Usher is known as the king of herpes. He got away with it.
So again, you're looking at the competition aspect.
The man
I'm
had an
listening-
unquestioned
right,
8 to
I'm
10 year
listening
run
at the verses in general.
at the top of R&B.
Those might
Unquestioned.
be the best
You
verses
know it.
ever. Let's be real. That might be the best verses ever.
I can't. Only reason I can't agree with that is because it's like this. Billboard hits for Billboard hits. Chris Brown has already surpassed Usher in records and in album sales. But wait, time out.
You're looking at the.
If you put Chris Brown up against, this is what I'm saying. If you put Chris Brown up against Drake, Drake just got Artist of the Decade from Billboard. If he wasn't there, who do you think was the runner-up?
So
I'll wait.
You're looking at the competition aspect and not the celebration of music part.
I ain't celebrating shit but VA. The fuck?
I'm more on the celebration of music aspect when it comes to
Chris Brown don't even celebrate VA.
Go to the NAACP Awards.
Chris Brown,
there's only been one versus. Hold on, there's only been one versus that was a competition, and after I
Gucci and Jeezy.
No,
not really.
No,
not really.
Actually, it was Mandy Fresh and Scott Storch.
That wasn't no competition. The competition was T-Pain and Lil Jon. That to me was like the most
that
back to
wasn't
back.
a competition either. To me, that
was unexpected.
I'm gonna tell you why. It was a celebration of music.
Oh gosh.
Competition.
Oh my God. Here we go with political keys. Jesus.
Once you go back and listen to it, to be honest, that really wanted. To be honest, Scott Storch had some shit. Mandy,
you know what, Cap? I apologize.
Mandy might have killed him.
What?
You gotta go back and listen to it and
kill Scott Storch?
We'll talk about it.
Give me 1 second, Cap. I got you. Look, I got you right here, bro. Give me 1 second. I smell Cap, and I'm not talking about the third host or one of the other hosts of this. I'm not going to give numbers.
No. I do like. I was looking at that.
Drake would never do it.
Look, you know when I hear bullshit, when I hear real bullshit, you get the Cap song.
Chris and Drake.
Not you. I'm sorry, but you know, I just hate it because that's the name of the song, but it gets so confusing. It's not about the Cap. It's about what Keys is over there trying to tell you.
I told you I'll change my name. The name Cap is dead.
Whoa! What? Hold on.
Another bad marketing move by a company that shall remain nameless, T-Mobile. Bad marketing maneuver. I'm changing that. Cap is dead. Shad P is bike.
It was good then, and it's sure in hell still good now.
Shad P is back. So and look, in celebration of him, let's get back to Keys. I don't feel bad playing this now. Hit the Carlton on that ass. Hey, all right. So what we got? Whole point is this. Whole point is this. Like I said, I don't think that you can rightfully. I don't want a celebration of. If it was a celebration, it'd be called celebration, not verses. They should have labeled it better.
But that's what verses is about, though.
No, it's not.
I don't think that Chris Brown is
that's
what. Hold on.
You said what?
Timberland and what's his name? The Swiss Beats. They said that's what they said. It's not a. Yeah, there's the competition aspect.
By the way, they put on a hell of a performance 2 weeks ago.
Can I ask you a question?
Get their flowers.
That was
absolutely. It was a great race. But let me ask you a question. When after school, when you went to intramurals and you played basketball, yeah, there wasn't a league, but was there a winner?
Who played intramurals?
Was there a winner?
Yeah, for the losers. That
all right, hey! It's a celebration of kids coming together and playing after school so they can stay out the streets. Celebration of life. There's always a winner. Like Kevin Samuel said, there's always a rating scale. It's always an official scorecard. It's always somebody saying who won over somebody. It's a competition. Let's approach it as such and not bullshit. We can appreciate the artists for who they are and celebrate what they do, but at the end of the day, there's a winner, there's a loser, and I apologize. Chris Brown loses to very few. It's just my opinion.
Okay. Michael Jackson beats them all. Let's just say it.
You're right, because he's dead.
So you think We're talking about a verse. You think Chris would beat Michael Jackson?
Yeah, what?
You think Chris Brown would beat Michael Jackson?
I don't think Chris Brown would be put up against Michael Jackson because that's R&B versus pop.
No,
Wait a minute. I need to hear the answer to this.
I'm asking you. Do you feel Michael Jackson would lose to Chris Brown? That's what I'm asking you.
I'm saying no because Chris Brown wouldn't be put up against Michael Jackson because that's R&B versus pop.
I'm asking you.
So
I'm telling you.
Well, what about
I'm
the R&B
giving
catalog?
you my answer.
What about Mike's R&B catalog?
Thank you.
Was he the king of R&B or king of pop? Wait, time out. Was he the king of R&B or the undisputed king of pop? Was he the king of R&B or
Chris Brown got a pop catalog too?
Thank you.
Time out. Is Chris Brown known as the king of pop or king of R&B?
I don't call him the king of neither. Fuck him. But
whoa! What?
He's actually the prince of pop.
You watch your mouth, Cap.
He's actually the
and I'm a
prince
Chris
of
Brown
pop.
fan. I'm a fan of him, but I won't call him the king of nothing.
Time. I will pull out my Wedding Crashers versus you. Shut your mouth when you're talking to me. Okay? Don't you ever besmirch the name of the R&B king. I'm sorry.
So let's be real.
Yeah.
He's the prince of pop,
Yes, he is. Fact.
and that would
You said no.
actually
You said whoa. Did I hear Prince? There's no P in King. What's this? China P King? We don't do that shit.
You're so
No.
It's okay. It's okay. You're biased. It's all right.
You know what? I'll be back. I can't stand this right now. I'm still here. I'm gonna let y'all talk y'all shit, but I can't look you in the face while you're talking this bullshit. Continue.
I'm gonna let my background music rock again. Because I didn't hear Magoo 2 weeks ago, and I'm pissed off. So we're gonna let Magoo rock here right now.
He didn't play Magoo.
Are we taking a request, by the way? Alexa, pause.
No, I mean I don't know, man. I think if they going forward with verses, I think now this stuff is open back up. They have to do the concert type like they did with You're on mute.
Do you think they're gonna do that with Trina and Eve though?
I mean, I don't really care, but I think they should. I mean, I'm just saying, going forward with verses, I think they kind of I ain't gonna say they have to, but with
I think it would be best. I think it would be best.
I like that style, doing the concert style for verses.
I love the concert style.
I think you have to do it for the right audience. I understand that
Soulja
people
Boy
might
and-
use.
Hold on, wait.
Soulja Boy and Bow Wow.
Again, my man Matthew comes through. Can we get Chris Brown and Drake?
Nope.
Because all I'm saying is, Lil Wayne said, he gonna take her home and fuck her to some Drake. But you know what Juicy J said? You want to know what Juicy J told him? Shut the fuck up. Hold on. Wait for my man Juvie to finish talking this shit. Hey, what'd you say, Juicy? Tell him. Oh! I don't play no more. Fuck a copyright. Fuck it to some Chris Brown, king of R&B. My man Juicy.
So back to what we were talking about that was actually relevant.
What? Relevance?
They have to do. I think for at least
Chris Brown about gonna treat any competition like Choose Boy. Leave
So,
hang. Continue.
I think for Soulja Boy. Stupid, man. I think for Soulja Boy and Bow Wow, they definitely have to do concert style for them.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm against this battle in every way.
And I need tickets.
What?
That's gonna be amazing.
Big Draco, Drake. Big
That's
Draco.
gonna be amazing.
It's gonna be a social media monster.
Yes.
This one's gonna be a social media monster.
That versus might be the most watched on every platform that it's on.
Let me tell you something.
I can't refute you.
It's gonna go down. It's gonna go down as soon as you hear this.
But they're not gonna play that until the last song.
Exactly.
Y'all can't catch up. Hey, yo, Bell, let me know how you looking up. They're gonna play that last.
Absolutely. You know they're gonna play last, but guess what?
Polo is because that's the one song they have together. Marco Polo is gonna go up. The moment it's gonna be just like Brandy and Monica playing "The Boy Is Mine."
The guy always wins in that song. Fair enough.
But they're gonna Marco Polo is gonna be the same. It's gonna be just like that. It's gonna be like Soulja Boy and not Soulja Boy, Gucci and Jeezy at the end playing the song they have together. That's why it has to be
Quick plug.
Concert style for that.
Shout out my man Money Mitch. You know, the real winner of that whole video. They caught him at the end, but guess what? He already smashed. I apologize. This is just the truth. Why do you think Brandy had that baby with that guy who wasn't her daddy? Just saying, she was out there watching Paid in Full and said, I want to ride that Benz with that man, Mekhi Phifer. It's kind of crazy. Monica went out and got Rocco. It's not Mekhi Phifer. I apologize. The boy wins. City Boys for life. Continue.
Hey, I don't know, man. Hey, Rocco. Rocco.
Hey, that's fine, but guess what? Mekhi Phifer left on his own terms. Rocco said, you do you, I'm going to do me. It's not the same thing. I apologize. I promise you that before Mekhi Phifer left, he said, hey, I know you caught me cheating and you're tired of me lying. I'm done. That's all I'm saying. Hey, look. He got it one more time. That's all I'm saying.
Hey, look, Rocco said you ain't even know. So, hey.
Hey, relax. We're not gonna say what Rick Ross said, but we all know now. But anyways, continue.
But yeah, man, I think that's definitely gonna be a dope. I mean, the next couple joints I think they're gonna give us bangers.
This shit's up.
That's my shit right there.
Canon. I apologize if this show never makes it to YouTube. Just understand that we tried.
We're still gonna get brought by Barstool by the end of the year.
Yeah. Absolutely. But look, I think the verse is gonna be hot, man. We've been on this joint rocking for 3 hours. I appreciate Matthew rocking with us, everybody else rocking with us. I'm only gonna wrap this up because I see that the time it isn't. I'm hungry as fuck. So this homemade lasagna is not gonna eat itself. I will let you guys get your thoughts in. Hey, look, if you like what we got going on, if you want more, check out the other episodes. This is episode 4. Y'all 3 behind if this is your first time coming in on this. I'm not going to chuck the deuces, but this is the one show that you might catch where you got, a cast of people here who's just down to talk shit with you. We talking cloth talk. We talking everything that you need to know sports. As you see, we talking verses, but at the same time, we want to give you something that you can enjoy. So if you want to hear something, if you got a topic, or if there's anything that you want to see, what's up? Come to Facebook.
Even
look
if you want to be a guest. Even if you want to be a guest.
Even if you want to be a guest. How many shows you know that you be a part of it?
You can get it too. Well, if you want to be a guest, you can get it too.
You can get into it. How many shows let you interact? That's all I'm saying. You get to come on here. We get to talk our shit. You get to talk your shit. At the end of the day, we doing this for y'all. We enjoy talking amongst one another, but we do this all day long anyway. We wanted to bring something to the platform that everybody could enjoy. If you haven't already, please join the Facebook group on Facebook called Talk. You're going to find us on there. We not only talk sports, but we talk betting props. So if you want to get into the game and get some money on it too, we got our guy Dom dropping daily fantasy shit in there for you. Maybe you can get rich. Maybe you can miss. Maybe you'll walk out with Chris Paul money. Maybe you'll walk out of there with Byron Maxwell money because, he couldn't catch a dollar, a cold, or HIV at that one guy's house. But anyways, all I'm saying is we appreciate everything that y'all do. I'm going to let Smashes and my man Shy take it away because his name isn't Cap.
Hey, man. Cloth Talk Network. You already know, man. We got Keys to the Culture will be coming soon. We have some difficulties we're working out, but episode 1 should be coming soon.
Is that relocating on the network or is it on the Keys to the Culture?
To be decided. But it's coming soon. Other than that, man, like you said, definitely comment, subscribe, share, like. Tell your mama about it. Tell your auntie. Tell your sisters. Tell all. Tell your friends. If your friend bad,
Just check for keys on the culture. Regardless of this platform, man, my man comes with the real keys. We call him that because I mean, you hear what he be dropping during this, man. If you like what he got it for you. I don't even mean to cut him off. I'm just saying.
No.
I don't think y'all hear my guy right now. Follow him, fuck with him.
Definitely tune in, man. This is just like episode 4, and we got more coming, man. This is just the beginning of something really great.
He's got the keys, huh?
Oh, this is what we doing here?
It's what we doing here?
For my jury.
Okay.
Alexa, pause.
But yeah,
Sorry about that. I had to plug my brother. When you plug in your brother, you gotta get him hype.
no,
Absolutely.
man.
Absolutely.
The three fellas you see here on the screen are the mainstays, man. We got some others that are gonna be in and out, but this team right here, we going far. Trust me.
Absolutely.
Next is the studio, and I already got it in the works.
Well, I'll
My
tell you
man,
that,
Sean P.
Yeah, this is Big Sean coming at y'all one last time for the evening. Let y'all know that we doing this thing real big, man. This is not a game. Like we're really committed to this. Claw Talk. I know we talk shit for hours and on end. This is what we do, but we're doing it for you, the average Joe. At the end of the day, just want to hear some real conversation, and that's what we're trying to bring to the table. That good content. At the end of the day, we're trying to bring that to you. I know you guys are just tired of the filler, probably from what you're seeing or hearing elsewhere with all of these superstars and so on and so forth. But this is, there's not too many shows where the average Joes are really just out here spitting that talk, no format. We don't need that. We didn't come for that. We came to bring it to you raw and real as we have it. We saw it in our chats and said, let's bring it to the air. Let's bring it out here for the people. So just tune in. Next week is going to be a monster too. Don't miss it.
Don't miss it like Choose Boy. You know what I'm saying? We miss him too. Just saying. Next week, y'all gonna hear all
the context for why we keep doing that. I need you to drum that up. I need you to get production on that. Put that together so we can get down to business and show them why we're talking about
that. Hold on, wait. So you're requesting me to have video footage to show them why we refer to Choose Boy?
Yeah.
Say less.
I mean,
say less.
Nobody gonna
Get him, Isaac. Look, only thing you had to say was, get him, Isaac. We're here.
Y'all have a good night.
Man, look, we love y'all. We appreciate y'all. Claw Talk, this is it for us, man. We'll catch y'all next time. Until then, like, subscribe, follow us. And, man, we'll see you next week.
Good night. Good luck.